We are now live. Welcome, 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 everyone. Tonight, you're all going to get the chance, the opportunity to be among an elite class of certified AI consultants trained by SkillHat. People who not only understand AI, but can use it to drive business growth and make tons of money. We are going to select a small group of people from this call to be part of our next cohort that starts this Friday. Let me just confirm my co-hosts are in the room. Umaima, if you're in here, give me a hello. I know Tunji is coming a little bit late, but Umaima, you can unmute. Just say hello. Let me know if you're here yet. Give her a few more seconds. Okay. Otherwise, hit me up in the chat whenever you join. Okay. Now, let us continue. I want to get to know who's in the room. Let me know first of all, where are you tuned in from? Like, what city are you tuned in from? Put it in the chat for me. Personally, I'm in Toronto, Canada. That's where I am. Although I do come to the US a lot. I'm going to be in the US in Houston, Texas shortly, but I see the chat's going so fast I can't even read everything. I see Toronto, Hamilton, Houston, Texas. Hey, Javon, I'm coming, man. You coming to Afrotech? You can just give me a thumbs up. I see you. You better come to Afrotech so we can link up. Miami, Kathleen. Good to see you again, Kathleen. Oshawa, White Plains. I never heard of White Plains, New York. Vancouver, Toronto, Milwaukee, Milwaukee Bucks. Ottawa, Brampton, Browntown, Sharon. Good to see you. I always see you on LinkedIn. Good to see you in the room. All right, fantastic. Now, next question. What do you do right now? What's your current role? What's giving you the bag right now? What is your current role? What do you do for a living? What is your current role? Let me know. Ah, okay. Professional job hunter. It's a good one. Project manager, bookkeeping, marketing, data, management consultant, founder, IT director. Linda, good to see you. Account manager, that's sales, customer success, project manager. Oh, wow. A lot of professionals in the room. This is a good room to be at. This skill has always a great place to be at. A lot of professionals in the room. People get into the bag and driving change. Now, next question. As of this moment, next question. Please answer this one so I don't get confused. If you haven't answered the previous one, don't worry, just answer this one. What is your desired role? What do you desire? Okay, forget the previous, just talk about desire right now so I know. What do you desire? Cybersecurity analyst. Okay, Chief AI Officer, BA, Product Manager, Ruby Rosa. Good to see you, Ruby. Project Manager, Product Manager, AI UX Consultant. If you just say consultant, that's cool, but maybe break down the type of consultant you want to be. Today, we're going to be talking about how to be an AI consultant. So, um, I see program manager. So, a lot of people want to get a role on the side of change management, project management, security. Fantastic. I love it. Good to see you all. We're going to make that happen. Now, today, I'm going to show you two things that will change your life, okay? But only if you take action. Number one, I'm going to show you the exact blueprint to build a six-figure tech career as an AI consultant. I'm going to break it all down where you can make over six figures a year, work remote on interesting projects, leveraging your existing transferable skills. Okay, that's the first goal. Hold me to that. I'm going to show you how to make that happen, even if you're not technical. Now, the second goal, I'll be honest, is more interesting to me personally because this has been my mission for years, and I'll explain. But the second goal is to show you the blueprint, to offer you new AI skills that you're going to learn with us directly to clients, launch your own business, okay? Find your own clients that can generate you 10K to 100K a month. This might sound like it's like most tripping, like this is impossible, this is ridiculous. I'm going to show you how to do it today, okay? Now, there's two paths to wealth, right? Getting a really high paying tech job or leveraging those tech skills to become a consultant, getting your own clients, building your own business, and offering them AI services. Now, if you want to be an AI PM, BA, cybersecurity consultant, just type me in the chat. If the first one is your goal, type me in the chat. Kobe. Oh, Kobe, I think I saw you at the event last week. Okay. Akin Lulu, good to see you again. Deborah. Deborah, I got some good news for you today. Tommy, Javon. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. That's me. Fantastic. 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 Chat's moving so fast I can't keep up. I love it. Now, I got another question for you. If if you want to launch your own business, like you're locked in, you're like, sure, I'm gonna get a great job, or I have a great job. I want to launch my own business. Now, don't type me for this one. Type biz, B-I-Z or B-I-S or business. If you're like, I want to launch a business. All right, biz. All right. Fantastico. Fantastic. All right. Now, you guys are already ahead. If you want to do both, give me a both in the chat. If you want to do both. All right, fantastic. You are in the right room because I've done it. This is what I've done. I've done it myself. If I can do it, I want to show y'all how to do it. Not only have I launched an incredible, not only did I have a great tech career, and I still do, I also launched a tech business. Not only have I done that, I've helped hundreds of people launch amazing tech careers. As you see on the screen, screenshot saying, my name is Mo, by the way. I forgot to introduce myself. And I'm going to do a breakdown of myself in a bit, but it's about you today, right? And you see screenshots saying, thanks, Mo. I did the interview with RBC Bank, the biggest bank in Canada. I got the offer. Another screenshot saying, thanks again, Mo. Congrats on the bundle of joy and the many strides that Skill has taken. I got a second role with the bank as a project controller, showing you some photos of our alumni, all dressed up in suits at one of our last events. We always have fun at SkillHat when we have our events here in Toronto. We're having events in the US as well. And so I've done it, and I've also helped folks land jobs, but also launch businesses. I've been doing this in secret now, perfecting our model. Dr. Victor, are you in the chat today? We helped Dr. Victor launch an incredible data analytics business. We're scaling incredibly fast. And so my goal today is to talk about both launching a great career and growing and starting your business, giving you a chance to work with us if you want, or giving you a blueprint to just do it by yourself. Okay? So this is all free game tonight. Now, there's a shift. Actually, I'll talk about the shift later. Let's move this a bit because I don't want to forget about the shift. I'm gonna show you what I mean with the shift. Uh, do you have the shift in the right place? There we go. I'm gonna move this up here. But I want to start with some other stuff, right? Now we have a lot of VIPs in the room, okay? Today's webinar is special. We do all these webinars, but today is special because I'm gonna give away $30,000 in scholarships to one lucky person and a crazy amount in scholarships to a lot of other people, okay? If you apply for a scholarship, right, and you paid a $30 application fee, it means you upgraded to a VIP seat in this webinar. So you might hear me refer to the word VIP, right? So if you already paid the $30 to apply for the scholarship seat, type VIP in the chat. All right, all right. Kobe, Andre, Javon, fantastic. All right, VIPs get a lot, and I'll break it down as we go. So you should hear me say VIP. It's the folks who pay the application fee to enter into the scholarship application. And we have a review team who looked at all the applications. There's not AI, it's real human beings, looked at it one by one and chose the winner. Okay. Now, 2 weeks ago, we offered over 20K in cybersecurity scholarships just 2 weeks ago. And we're doing it again. Who was here last week? Just type last week or type me if you were here last week and you caught that one for the cybersecurity scholarships. Okay. Doing it again. A bit more about who we are. If you're new here, we're SkillHat, founded by myself, Mo. I'm going to request that we all mute. Thank you. Okay, so at SkillHat, we train people who are really motivated in tech skills, and then we place you in strategic roles at innovative companies. We support career transitions. With us, you can pivot, transition, and grow with a mentor right by your side. Here's a photo of some of our team members. This is me 4.5 years ago when we launched the company. I was 30 pounds lighter. This is a long time ago. We're training and staffing company, meaning we train you and then we staff you. We're based in Toronto, Canada. We've now launched in Houston, Texas over 2 years ago. You belong here if you want to transition into technology roles, AI, strategy and management. If you're a newcomer to the US, Canada, or Europe, or you want to get certified as an AI consultant or promoted into your job, we can help you with that. Now, let's do a pop quiz. Let's make it fun. Pop quiz. Question number one, true or false? Just type a T in the chat or an F if it's false, T if it's true. True or false? Most business owners know exactly what is limiting their profitability and they know what to do to solve it. Ah, you guys are super smart. The answer is false. The answer is false. A QuickBooks survey showed that 42% of small business owners admitted they had limited clarity. Many can feel that something's off, like slow sales, high cost, team inefficiencies, but they often misdiagnose the actual root cause due to being attached to the old way of doing things, lack of automation in their business, a lot of manual work, and failure to adapt strategy as the market shifts. Now, the point of this slide is to let you know if you can master becoming an AI consultant, there's a massive market of business owners who have not figured out the new way that we're going to show you. Number two, true or false? By 2030, about 30% of jobs could be automated completely across the world, and 60% will have tasks changed by AI. True or false? A lot of T's in the chat. I see FT. What the hell is that, Andre? I don't know what that is. Well, this is fully true, right? This is true. According to McKinsey, the world is changing completely. Okay. Number three, let's keep it going. We only have about five. Cyber attacks have increased by 1,200%, driven by AI tools. True or false? This is true. Because of tech and AI adoption, we are now more vulnerable than ever to cyber attacks. In fact, the criminals are using AI now in the attacks. Let's keep it going. Number four, you can build an app like Airbnb by simply prompting AI and saying, "Hey AI, build me an Airbnb app and it'll have the same features. It'll be built in hours, not months." True or false? This is true. AI prompting. We're going to talk about this today. Tools like Lovable, VO. They drastically shorten the timeline to build valuable products. We got two more. True or false? You need to go back to school and spend years to make a real career change. True or false? This is false. You don't have to go back to school. In fact, we've helped thousands of people become successful in tech just by speaking the language of tech, showing proof of value, and getting lots of interviews within a few weeks. And here's the last one. True or false? I'm already slammed with work and family. There's no way I can learn to become an AI expert fast enough. True or false? This is false. This is subjective, right? It could be true for you if you make it true for yourself. But objectively, from my perspective, it's false. It feels true because a lot of programs they go for a 2-year master's, 1-year degree, which is great. Those are fantastic. However, a lot of us in the room are parents. We're newcomers to the country. We have tons of experience already. We just need to layer on. We have a 9-week game plan that flips that script. Okay. Now, if you observe the questions that I went through, you will notice that there's three trends changing hiring trends and new wealth creation. Number one is AI. Number two is cybersecurity. And number three is entrepreneurship. These are the three trends driving new wealth creation. This is where the shift will go in the next 5, 10 years, where tons of trillions of dollars are going to be transferred through AI, cybersecurity, and entrepreneurship. Now, if you're here, okay, you may wake up every morning dreading going into work, right? If you're here, it means that you may be feeling stuck in a job that doesn't excite you. Now, nothing to be ashamed of. There's nothing to be ashamed of having a job you don't love, but we got to make a change. If that's you, type me in the chat. If your work is kind of like, doesn't excite me anymore, kind of bored, boring, type me in the chat. We're here to make that change happen for you. I got another question for you because maybe you're tired of the routine of your day-to-day work, right? Here's a lot from a few people. Number one, accountants, customer service workers. I was just doing my taxes with the IRS last last night, and I hated it. Accountants, I don't know how you guys are doing it, man, but God bless you. Accountants, customer service workers, healthcare workers, and no just any of these workers, right? It's just they tell me that they're burnt out. They're working tons of hours. They sometimes say their work is boring, and they say to me, Mo, I want to increase my income, but I'm already working long hours. How can I make my time worth more so I can make double for my time? If that's you and you want more, type more in the chat for me. If that's you, type more in the chat. God lit off 3 years in the road. Chris, my man. Good to see you again, Chris. Let's keep it going, Chris. You've been moving hard and pushing, taking all these courses. Let's keep it going, Chris. Now, maybe you're seeing that technology, AI, cybersecurity is creating a huge shift, right? We see it all. And you don't want to be a follower, you want to lead this change. And you've been trying to actually land a six-figure job. But every time you get close, something stalls, right? I know folks like that in the room today. Maybe you're watching YouTube videos, you're fixing your resume, you're taking online courses, right? And you want to believe this is possible. You know it's possible, but deep down you hear a voice whispering, I don't have tech experience, so I don't have stories to tell in job interviews. I know I hear that a lot, and it could be true. Maybe you say, man, I've tried everything. It's not working. Maybe it's just not for me. Maybe I'm not the kind of guy or lady who gets picked for these six-figure roles, right? And the truth is that if that's you, you're not lazy, you're not broken, and you're not behind because there's a huge wealth shift that you can take advantage of. But the problem is that the playbook is broken right now in the market. The playbook says go back to college, get another degree, apply for 100 jobs online, and then you hope someone takes a chance on you, right? And you keep tweaking your resume all the time. You go to person A, they say change your resume here. Person B says change your resume here. You always change the damn resume, which you have to, right? But that's not the point. You're smart, you're capable, you're also exhausted. I hear this a lot. Because even when you do everything right, guess what? You get ghosted. If you got ghosted recently, give me a G in the chat. If you got ghosted recently, give me a G in the chat. Happens all the time, man. You get ghosted by recruiters and you chase jobs and you're seeing other people land positions on LinkedIn and you're like, ah. And the worst part is maybe it's been happening long enough that you're starting to question yourself, right? Maybe you're like, is it too late? Am I too old? Am I behind? But that's not the truth. Opportunity right now is shifting, and there's a new strategy that we're going to share, and there's new skills that will keep you ahead that only a small subset of the world have, but they're going to be massive demand in the future because you don't have to code still, okay? You don't have to start over. You don't have to stay stuck in low-paying roles where your ideas just die in a cubicle, okay? You just need two things. Number one, a clear, proven roadmap. And number two, the right community to land a six-figure remote role, doing work that actually matters, where you're the change agent, and also to build your own thing so you're not waiting for jobs, but you're going out there finding opportunity and pitching everything you have to everyone that you see. It's time to flip the script. Now imagine the world, imagine this for a second. Imagine a world where both tech recruiters and startup founders are coming to you directly in your DMs. You're acing interviews like a pro, and your first paycheck is 3 months of your whatever you're making now. Imagine making three times that a month without writing a single line of code. These are not just pipe dreams because we've made this happen for tons of people just like you who you're going to meet today. I have four guests coming who have gone through our process and are going to share all their wins today. And by the end of today, I'll show you how to make that leap without going back to college, without wasting time, without giving up on your vision, because you're not crazy for wanting more. You're just finally in the right room, okay? Now, if you are ready to flip the script, type ready in the chat for me. Type ready in the chat for me. All right, fantastic, fantastic. I love the energy. Now, as I go through this, right, remember, you have two options. Option one, take this plan and run with it on your own for free. Number two, do it alongside myself and team with the guidance, with our support and our systems. Either way, for being here, you're gonna win. You're gonna unlock a lot of value in yourself. Okay. Now you might be wondering, who even is this guy? Like, I know how you feel because I've been through this, right? My name is Mo. I'm the founder and CEO here at SkillHat, and I'm not your typical tech guy who was coding since I was 12, like Mark Zuckerberg. In fact, I'm a Nigerian Canadian immigrant, right, who had to learn how to win in the system that wasn't built for me. I used to feel overlooked, and now I help others get noticed and paid really, really well. And the truth is, what changed everything for me was realizing that increasing my income has less to do with degrees and more to do with storytelling. Write that down, storytelling. And I also realized that confidence comes from clarity, not from credentials. So these two things change it for me. And when I apply storytelling and clarity, at the age of 25, I became a VP in $100 million company, a vice president in $100 million company. This is me on stage at 25 with Okpeyemi Awoyemi, the founder of Jobberman. He had just sold his business for $30 million at the time. This is the guys I was on the stage with. If you guys know of Jobberman, the startup, give me a J in the chat if you heard about them. They sold for 30 million. Now, if you and sorry, and so after that, I became a VP in $100 billion company at 29 years old, right? And along the way, I built a massive network that I want to introduce to you guys here on this call. A network of hiring managers and tech leaders who trust me to refer talent to them. So I built a training system that gets non-tech professionals ready and interview ready in weeks, right? This is me at these global events. This is me at Eight Figure Boardroom. I'm the only black guy in the room with eight figure founders, but that's why I do it, right? This is me with some young Chinese, these guys are moving millions of dollars, some young Chinese guys. This is me with one of the heads of e-commerce at Facebook. And I build these relationships with these guys to get talent, which is you guys, to them. And I've helped hundreds of people learn in-demand skills, feel confident speaking the language of tech and AI, even though they hadn't worked in tech before they came to SkillHat. And so I turned my skills and my network into a business, which is what I want to help you do. A highly ethical, mission-driven business that helps everyday people, women, black professionals, newcomers, land real offers in under 90 days. And some have gone from making 40K a year to 100K a year, even 300K a year. It might sound unbelievable, but we've seen it happen time and time again. Now, we've done it across business analysis, agile project management, product management, user experience design, web development, cybersecurity, and now AI. And so our formula is repeatable across different areas. I was highly successful in tech at 29 years old, becoming a VP. But the truth is, a lot of people around me were broke. Okay? Let me ask you guys a question. What percent of tech jobs are held by the black community? Is it 20%, 40%, 10%, 15%? What percent of tech jobs are held by the black community? Okay. The answer is between 3 and 7%. 3% in Canada, right? We all know that tech has the highest opportunities for income. So in Canada, 3%, in the US, is 7%. And that was the data that was like, whoa, the highest income area has the lowest representation of my community. I was like, this doesn't make sense. Let's fix this. And then let me ask you another question. What percent of tech jobs are held by women? What percent of tech jobs are held by women? By women. No, it's not 1%. It's not that bad. It's actually better than the black community. It's like what Kathleen said. It's between 25 and 30%. So a lot higher than the black community. And at SkillHat, we focus on women extensively, the black community, women, newcomers, and immigrants. So that was my mission, to make it happen, to build programs where you guys can make that transition in 12 weeks or less. And we've trained over 1,000 people in Canada, the US, and the UK, right? Here are some faces of our real alumni. Shaday's coming today on this webinar. Abiola, this guy went from being an Uber driver to being a product manager in his dream job at the Toronto Raptors. He can't believe his life. Ankit went from sales to a high-paying SBA job. She went from being a customer service rep in the government to being an AIB in the government, working at all these companies. You name any company you want to work at, we know someone there, we put somebody there. And my best number is a $20 million number. We've helped our alumni collectively make over $20 million every single year. Now, you may be wondering, like, Mo, why are you going through all the stories? Listen, in a world where there's so many scam artists and fake AI videos, people can come online and say anything. I actually believe it's important to show proof of what you're saying, right? Which is why I show you all these stories and credibility, not to brag. So, here's a photo of me being awarded as the Black Tech Professional of the Year by TD Bank. You see the guy from TD giving me the award. Not to brag, right? To show you all these pictures of our alumni, not to brag, but to show you two things. Number one, this is a winning community. You are now in a winning community where real winning happens and our track record speaks for itself. And number two, to build your conviction, to let you know that you can do it too. Okay, you can do it too. And so while others get you excited about, finishing a course or getting an interview, our process actually helps you land the job and get multiple offers. Okay. And now build your own business as a highly sought after AI consultant. Okay. I want to talk about some exciting alumni um, in our program. Shaday's going to be on the call today. When I met Shaday, she told me that she had just gotten out of a bad relationship with her ex-husband who stole a lot of her money. He's like, Mo, here's my last few dollars. I'm giving it to you. This was 4.5 years ago. Make it happen for me. We made it happen for her. This is a crazy story I tell all the time. She went from making 30K a year to over 30K a month to over 300K a year. And I'm going to show you her 1 minute video to once again build your conviction that we can make it happen together today. So can y'all watch this real quick and then we'll come back. It's a 1 minute testimonial story from Shade.
$30,000 a year to now making over $30,000 a month.
So yes, that figure is accurate, maybe a little bit more. I'm where I am today because of the program. Right after we finished the program with SkillHat, they helped me with like my resume prep, job prep. I just be like, okay, well, I'm going to the market, right? I got a lot of interviews and eventually I got an offer. A month after the program, I got an offer into tech. Like, remember, I have no tech experience. I don't.
Yeah. That she went from making 30.
That was just one video. I just wanted to show y'all that real quick. Shaday's going to come on today and talk about her story. She is now an AI business analyst working with AstraZeneca, the company who made the COVID vaccine. She's going to talk about that today. They said you couldn't become a high-paying consultant with the Indian accent. Yashika did it. This is Ubong, who through our program, working with our instructor, became a AI cybersecurity protection officer from being a lawyer. If she can do it in AI governance as a lawyer, we all know lawyers are not tech savvy. You can do it too. This is Kala, who's coming on this call as well. So I said I have two guests. One is Shade. One is Kala. Kala just got a new role last month, 29th, or rather September 9th, as senior PM with Meta IT. He's going to come talk about his story today. Sabrina, Amina, she just bought a brilliant house in Dallas after going through training. She's now our instructor, by the way. And then Curtis went from being a plumber, to being a six-figure project manager. Jasmine, she got two positions. Look, she had two jobs. She said, "Good morning, Mo. I got two positions," and she got a higher salary grade for our program. Right? Showing you all this so we can lock in. Now let's lock in, remove all distraction, start applying what we learned in 24 hours, and take notes. And at the end, I can't wait to announce the scholarship winners with the S. So I want to talk about the playbook to become an AI consultant as a career in terms of getting a job. And then I'm going to show you the playbook to launch your own AI consulting business. Okay. Now I'm curious, which one are you more excited about? To launch a really incredible job or get an incredible job or launch a business? You could put both. You could put one in the chat, whatever you prefer. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of boths in the chat. Very interesting. I'm seeing a lot of boths in the chat. This is literally like, I actually had no idea what you guys wanted, so I'm genuinely curious to know. So if you haven't put in the chat, let me actually know. Okay, a lot of both. Fantastic. Okay, so we're going to start with the career playbook, and then we're going to go into the business playbook. Okay. Someone's asking how long this meeting is. You're going to be here at least for an hour and a half to break down every single thing. If you got to go, please go. The recording will be available. But at the end, you might lose out on the scholarship if you applied, because if you're not here, you're not going to get it. And those who are here will get a lot of other gifts as well. So totally up to you. Now we're going to do a deep dive, right? The first thing I want to share is this. The highest value professionals and the highest compensated, they're change agents. That's the right word, change agent. Working on the system and not in the system. So ask yourself, am I working in the system or on the system? And I'm going to break it down. If you're in the system, you're on the front line. Are you in the system on the front line, or are you working on the system as a change agent? And I'm curious, if this is your first time in a SkillHat event, SkillHat webinar, just give me an F for first time. And if you're an alumni or a regular here, give me A in the chat as alumni. Ah, okay. A lot of firsts here, a lot of alumni as well. Okay, this helps me because I have no idea who's in the room, so kind of like to get a feel. Thank you all for sharing in the chat. So for the first timers, welcome. We're gonna go deep. For the alumni, you're gonna learn a lot of new things as well. And so let's break down how to increase your income by just changing what you work on, not necessarily where you work, but also just what you work on. Now, AI consultants. Now, you hear me talk about BAs, project managers, cybersecurity analysts, and other tech professionals who get paid more. They get paid more because their work creates this phrase right here: new organizational capability through change. They're changing the business. For example, right? Let's say a customer calls into a customer service line to pay their phone bill, and a customer service rep picks up the phone to process the payment, right? Customer service rep get paid between 16 and 30 bucks an hour to interact with that customer and solve the issue, right? Process the transaction. Now the customer might get pissed off because maybe their phone got cut off. Now, if that customer is talking to a business analyst who was brought on the project to fix the issue of like, oh, why are payments always failing? Let's fix the issue one time. Not be it calls the same customer in the same company, but gets paid between 40 and 100 bucks per hour to have a conversation with the same customer in the same company. Why is that? Why is one person getting paid three times, right? The income to talk to the same exact customer. The reason is because number one, I'm going to show you a few reasons, right? One is more strategic, one is more reactive. Now, the CSR is transactional work, right? They're processing payments, they're resolving billing issues. This is valuable, but they're reacting to what's happening with the customer. They're following a prescription and a script. It's like the guy who works at McDonald's who is collecting cash when you buy a burger versus the guy who builds a full self-checkout device. That guy who builds a self-checkout device the one time gets paid 10 times more than the guy who keeps collecting cash every single day. So one is more reactive and transactional, whereas one is more strategic, focusing on analyzing the business process, figuring out the inefficiencies, getting requirements, write these down, right? Analyzing, identifying inefficiencies, getting requirements, designing solutions to improve the system, and implement AI and technology. This is more strategic and proactive, right? It requires critical thinking and it has long-term impact. Number two, higher value creation. Let's create higher value, guys. Type of higher value in the chat for me. Higher value. Now, the thing is, the CSR gives quick value, but it's short term. They help one customer solve one issue. The impact is limited to their interaction. So when they show up to work for a full 10-hour day, once they leave, the impact isn't there anymore. Once they leave, they're done. Whereas as a BA, as an AI consultant, we create more long-term scalable value. Long-term, over time, we do it once, the company gets value over time after we've done it, and it's scalable, right? We build systems and process that reduce errors, improve efficiency, and enhance the experience for thousands or millions of customers. We have a lot of our instructors here work at Meta. Last night I was listening to a call on WhatsApp numbers. WhatsApp has, I think, over a billion users, over a billion people. That's a country. Imagine you're working on that one thing. You spend 10 hours of work, but the value of your work affects a billion people as a BA or as a product manager, right? So that's the second reason. So the higher value justifies the higher pay. The third is that the work that the change agent is doing drives the transformation of the business, right? So we want to not be frontline workers alone, working in the system, but the change agents working on the system to improve and reinvent the system. Now, if you are a frontline worker, fantastic. We're going to talk about how to move to becoming an AI consultant and a change agent. So this is the first mindset shift, right? And so from right now, let's start doing more change agent work by implementing AI systems, And also, when you talk about your work, reframe how you describe your work so you can get more change agent work. Okay. Now, I'm curious if you feel like, man, I'm on the front line, give me an F in the chat. If you feel like, yeah, I'm a change agent right now, give me a C in the chat. Mm, fantastic. Fantastic. Now, if you're a change agent already, great. We could talk about how to get more leverage to even increase your income. We'll talk about that today. Now, if you're on the front line, it's time to move to becoming a change agent. Now, we're seeing that there's a huge revolution with AI. Okay. AI, robotics is going to create 6 to 9 million new jobs in the future, but eliminate 83 million jobs, creating a net loss in actual jobs. Okay, things are going to get crazy. And so we want to be on the side of the jobs that get created, not the jobs that get lost. Okay. Now, there's 3 levels of using AI from our observation. Number one is for fun, consumption. This is like when you're playing video games and the AI recommends a new character to use based on your behavior, or Spotify DJ, or going on TikTok where the AI is actually telling you what to watch next because of your behavior. Or I've seen some people write love letters to their girlfriend with ChatGPT. I'd say half of folks are using it there. But you guys in the room are probably in number two, using it for work, using ChatGPT for emails, reports, building images. This is fantastic. But now the third level is only 10% of the population or less, where we're using AI to build leverage. What does leverage mean? Leverage means getting more for what you put in, right? So in 2 hours of work, you're getting 10x results. Using AI for leverage, helping businesses go 10x as an AI consultant. So what the hell is an AI consultant, right? What does that even mean? Well, an AI consultant is not a coder, right? They're not behind a screen building deep learning models, writing Python all day. An AI consultant is somebody who can walk into any business, and this is the thing, any business, small business, big business, one man business, 1,000 man business, and identify what's slowing it down, number one, show how AI can fix it faster, cheaper, and smarter, knowing how to ask the right question, knowing how to spot the waste in time, waste in money, waste in process, and know how to connect the dots between the business problem and the right AI solution or workflow. Now, sometimes that means recommending a tool like ChatGPT, Zapier, or Notion. And sometimes it means designing a simple automation, right? Sometimes just giving clarity, like I'm going to share my screen on this one so you guys can see it. Sometimes it literally means figuring out, hey, here's where AI fits, right? Here's where humans stay in the loop. Here's how to save you 10 hours of work a week. That's the value. That's the first level of value. Because if you can go to any business making 100K a month, for example, and say, hey, you're making 100K a month, but I'll charge you 10K, well, let's use 5K. I'll charge you 5K to solve this one thing, limiting your growth. And by solving this one thing, you can save 10K a month from my work that cost me, that I cost 5K the one time. So now in 12 months, by saving them the 10K, you save them 120K in value because you charge 5K. That's what a consultant does, right? You're not selling code, you're selling clarity. You're not replacing people necessarily, you're removing friction. AI consultants bridge the gap, right, between business goals and what's possible with AI, helping companies get results. And the truth is, this is the shift, right? Let me stop sharing this for a second. When I started SkillHat, it was always about getting folks into jobs, which is still what we're going to talk about today. But because small businesses didn't require what product managers were doing or BAs were doing. But now, because of AI, every business can implement this high leverage AI tools. And so every company needs that bridge right now. But there's not enough people who speak both the language of business and the language of AI. And that's what I want to show you guys how to do. And so by the end, you can walk into any business, a startup, real estate, hospital, personal brand, an influencer, and say, here's where you're losing time. Here's how AI can fix it. Here's how I'm going to do it for you. Here's what it's going to save you or earn you. And that's superpower. And that is one of the most valuable skills right now. Okay. Now, you will not always see job titles like AI consultant. You might see AI consultant like AI transformation consultant. or AI project manager, and these are the roles that these are the high income salaries. You might see business analysts, automation specialists, responsible AI or cybersecurity GRC specialists, and these are all growing fast. Which of these on the screen most excites you? Type it in the chat for me. Based on what your background is and your goals, which of these roles on the screen is most exciting for you? Kobe says GRC. And if it's not on screen, just put it in the chat so I know. Good to see Roncat. Uh, Shita, fantastic. Okay. All. All right, Andrew, you can do all, and not, but just not at the same time. But yes, you can do all. I've done a lot of these roles. I've done this, this, this. The truth is, I've actually done everything, thankfully, right? So, Andre, you know what? You can do it all too, if I can do it all. Fantastic. Now, let's talk about creating business leverage, right? There's 6 functions that you're going to run into all the time that we're going to train you on. We're seeing that companies are replacing customer service reps, which is what it is, with AI chatbots and AI sales agents. We're seeing that even governments who are so inefficient are now implementing AI workflows and AI automation, whereby when you go to the court and you say something and complain, that transcript is recorded, AI summarizes it, sends it to the other system, and it's put into another system. So they're connected systems together, even with the government. Before, it was people doing manual data entry, right? You'd have a guy at the court typing everything that's being said. They're moving into these AI tools now, even in the government, right? Paralegals, we're seeing AI is beating real human beings when it comes to legal research and legal positioning. Number 4, healthcare. AI is being used to transcribe drugs. I remember I went to the hospital and my doctor, she wasn't writing anything. She had an AI note taker listen to everything I was saying and diagnosing it in real time. And she told me that they just had a full team of a PM, AI consultant, cybersecurity guy implement everything at her hospital. She owns a hospital. And then Ruby's in the room. Ruby Rosa is in the room. She works as a healthcare project manager, and she coordinates translation. So if you go to the hospital, you speak Spanish, you can't speak English, her team will get a translator in the hospital with you, so that when you're speaking Spanish to the doctor gets translation done by a real human being, and then doctor speaks in English, and that person translates. They fired half the team at the hospital just last week of translators. And then they brought in AI and they fired like 10 guys and they brought in 2 guys online, remote from Mexico or wherever. And they're using AI on site and then they're using translation devices, no human beings anymore in the US. This is crazy stuff happening right now. And again, the idea is to be on the side of the jobs that get created, where we're really the ones implementing these tools as consultants versus the ones being let go, like Ruby's colleagues. I'm going to ask that we kind of just stop annotating on my screen. Thank you. I'm going to turn that off real quick. Please do not annotate. Otherwise, you may get kicked out of the meeting. Okay. Thank you. What's in the chat? Ah, yes, yes, yes. Okay. Clear all drawings. Okay. So the truth is that if you are like on the left side of these 3, customer service, data entry, paralegals, it's time to pivot. So how to choose your path? Many of you already know the path, right? If you enjoy structure and systems, you want to protect people, consider becoming an AI cybersecurity GRC analyst. If you want to work on business growth and strategy, consider becoming an AI business analyst, AI project manager to grow businesses. If you love leading teams, you want to lead people, set timelines, set the plan, set the strategy, consider becoming an AI product manager or project manager. Okay. Now, we're going to see some job descriptions. For those who are new, this might be new to you, but for a lot of us in the room, you've seen these before. Here's an AI business analyst at State Street. This role pays $212,000 a year, right? Good money. This is literally about collaborating with business units to figure out what are their needs, get the requirements, develop and document AI process models to visualize current and future states. Okay. Propose and design solutions that meet the business unit needs. Work with different team members to implement, communicate findings, do software testing, and figure out how do we improve. Okay. If a role like this is interesting to you, type I in the chat. If this is interesting to you, give me an I in the chat. Ah, okay. I'm seeing you're in Canada. Yeah, if you're in Canada, you can get US jobs as well. I'll show you some of that stuff. If you're in the US, you can get jobs anywhere. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. We have a playbook for that. Okay. Again, please do not annotate. Thank you. Okay, now here's another one, right? Here's one on the project management side. This is managing the execution of responsible AI and governance for a company. This is combining GRC, governance, risk, and compliance, and project management, right? To track project milestones, track metrics, create reports, provide team with direction, enable verification of responsible AI governance practices, and communicate with stakeholders. As you see, there's no coding involved in these roles. This one pays 155K. Okay. Now, I'm going to break down the 4 steps to land an AI consultant job, even with no tech experience. Okay. Shout out to a few familiar faces in the room. I see Tunji. What's up, Tunji? I see Marvin. What's up, Marv? What's up, Sharon? We're gonna have Tunji come on talk a little bit soon. So the first thing is to transform your mindset. I've talked about the frontline worker mindset shift. You got to transform your mindset to a change agent. Number 2 is get the skills. We're going to talk about the skills next. Okay. Number 3 is build a portfolio of valuable work experience. And number 4 is to actually use AI to automate your job search and land high paying roles. Take a picture of this right now if you're in the room. This is the steps you got to take. Transform your mindset, get the skills. We're going to break down the skills shortly. Build a portfolio of valuable work experience, and then use AI to actually automate your job search and land high paying roles. Let's see what's in the chat. Okay, cool. All right. You don't need to code, like I said. You just need a computer and 70 hours per week. So let's talk about the skills that are new on the AI side. This is like the newest thing that most of you will be trying to learn today, that many of you don't already know. There's $5 million AI consulting skills I want to talk about. Number 1 is AI problem discovery. Number 2 is vibe coding with AI tools. Number 3 is building AI workflows. Number 4 is building AI agents. And number 5 is learning AI cybersecurity. Learning just one of these skills will be transformative for you because 1, it will allow you to land 6-figure positions and add value in your job. And 2, it will allow you to build your own consulting business where you don't have to wait for a recruiter to give you a position. You can go out to your church, to your mosque, to your friends, and actually implement tools in their businesses. You can go down the street to a pharmacy. You go down the street to a massage therapist and go through discovery and implement these tools. I want to talk about problem discovery. Every business has problems that they know and they don't know. 42% of business owners don't even know what problems that they have. They just know that things aren't working. And there's a structured process of root cause analysis, diagnosing constraints, right? And then figuring out what's the actual problem, right? Not what we think the problem is, but what's the real problem? How big is the problem? What's the impact of this problem? What happens if we do nothing, right? What are our solutions that we can implement? And then what tools will solve the problem? I broke down different problem spaces of customer service, chatbots, sales agents, etc. So being able to go with any business and figure out the problem is valuable and then say, hey, here's what we're going to recommend. That's already valuable. The next step is now being able to build a product to solve that for them. If you have heard of vibe coding with AI tools, give me a V in the chat for vibe coding. Now, if you have not, give me an N in the chat. If you heard of vibe coding, give me a V in the chat. If you have not, give me an N in the chat. Okay, let's talk about that. So we're seeing that people are turning millionaires overnight, right? People are getting to 100K in revenue overnight. This is crazy stuff happening. Like literally 100K in monthly recurring revenue overnight after one weekend of building an app using vibe coding. What's the most popular vibe coding tools out there in the market? Who knows what they are? Give me a few. I'm gonna get some water. Yeah, Lovable is number one, I think. Um, Replit pretty good as well. V0. What's vibe coding? Vibe coding is simply using an AI tool like Lovable to build a full functioning app by using a prompt. So many of you have seen this website, many of you have not. The website for SkillHat Accelerator, where you can learn about the program and all the stuff that it comes with, right? Me and my colleague on the phone here, Tunji, built this website. Tunji, we vibe coded this together, correct? If you want to just unmute real quick, Tunji.
Yeah, we did.
How long did it take us to make the first version that looked this good?
15 minutes, maybe.
15 minutes. And before vibe coding, like how long would it have taken us to build a landing page that looks this
Or it's a couple of days.
good?
Maybe it's
How
four
do you go
days,
from a
maybe.
couple of days to 15 minutes, right? So this is what Lovable is. So Lovable, you're literally building apps and products by text. You're saying change the hero section to yellow. You're saying stuff like replace the image, use this image. You're literally chatting with the app, and AI is building out the app in real time, right? So I'll show you an example. I'll say, for example, let's see if this works. Change the header image to an image with all women. And it should change the header if I have enough credits. So it literally just takes your prompt and changes whatever you ask for. Now, this is a simple website, but the opportunity here is there's lots of companies who need full apps done, not just websites, but full professional apps. You can build this for them. Or if you are a product manager, right, you can be so much more effective in your job. As you see, it's done. Can y'all see that? It just I said make the image all women and it changed it to all women. If you guys saw that, give me a yes in the chat if you guys saw that. Right? It, we built the whole thing in 15 minutes just with a simple prompt of what we're trying to do. So this is one of the opportunities and skills you're gonna build. Now you might think this is great. What's next? It gets more complex. That's just a simple website. But how do you build a full app like Uber or Airbnb with all the complexity? And how do you debug? Because you always have bugs. We're gonna talk about that. That's vibe coding. The second is AI workflows. AI workflows, the example I want to give, let's give this example. Now, let's say you met a busy CEO, right? He has 70 people in his team, six in sales, one in customer support, seven guys. And each of these seven guys in your team makes 10 calls a day. Okay, 10 calls a day. Now, to manage their time, this CEO here, she has to ensure they're meeting quota of calls. She has to ensure they're telling the customers the right things. And she has to find how she can help them improve their sales and customer support. Now, she can hire a manager to do that. But what will be another more efficient way for her to do that using AI? If you guys put in the chat, what are your thoughts? How might she use AI to actually solve this problem? Sharon says build a flow. Janai says agent, workflows. You guys got it. So let me break down how this might work. So we're not trying to replace, we can't replace seven people just like that easily, right? She wants to keep her real team and manage more efficiently. So the truth is, this CEO here is me. This is actually a real story of me. Okay. So I used to spend hours listening to my learning advisor teams calls, my customer service teams calls. And I had no idea which call was good or bad. So I'll go on the back of Zoom and I'll play the calls and listen. When I'm playing FIFA at night, when I'm driving, I'm listening to my team's calls. And my wife would get so pissed off. She'd be like, "You're always working." But I'm like, "I have to." So what I did was we implemented a new tool called Alloy AI. And now every day, Alloy AI just sends me a report. Okay, it sends me a report. There's a workflow we built where I can see every single day all the calls summaries that happened. I can see across my whole team, was it positive? Was it negative? So the AI is checking everything that's happening and it's telling me, hey, follow up with this person, coach this guy in this way, encourage your team to do this. express more empathy, right? And it's telling me how many calls each person had, etc. Completely changed my life as a CEO with, and then like this took us like how long to do? Like a week or two to build out this automation, right? And the fun part is we actually hired one of our alumni, Seppi, to do this, right? So here's another example of AI workflows. If that's clear, give me a C in the chat of the value you can implement with workflows for businesses. Give me a C in the chat. Now, all businesses are doing this. Big businesses, governments, healthcare, pharmaceuticals, they're all building AI workflows right now. And so the point is when you learn this, when you know, hey, what's the actual problem, right? That's the first thing. What's the solution? Build a workflow to do it. You can do well in your job, get a high paying job, or just go to any business and do this for them as a consultant. Let's talk about AI agents. AI agents. What is an AI agent? An AI agent is a tool that acts like a real human being. What do real human beings do? Let's think about social media. A real human being will make social media posts, right? They research what should I write about on social media. They write the scripts. They might make a video. They post the content. They analyze what has the most likes, the most engagement, and they do more. They self-correct. AI agents are tools that act like human beings that do all that work. For example, Marvin's on the phone with me right now. Marvin, are you here? Just say what's up. Marvin's running our ops and sales team at SkillHat. He built an agent that, guys, you guys just keep this a secret. This is between me and you guys, okay? Please don't tell nobody. But if you message me on Instagram right now, it might be me responding. It might be my team, but chances are it's my AI agent. And you will have no idea it's not even really me. So here's a conversation between my AI agent and one of our alumni, Wally. Wally messaged me, supposedly on Instagram, and he spent like 2 hours chatting with the agent, had no idea it wasn't a real human being for so long. I had to tell him the next day, like, bro, this guy saw me at a conference at like 10 a.m. He's like, Mo, it was 8 a.m. He's like, Mo, you're here at the conference at 8 a.m. You were talking to me last night at 1 a.m. How are you doing all this work? I'm like, you know what? I just thank God, man. God just gave me the energy, hallelujah, it's what it is. I just gotta do what I gotta do. But this guy was talking to my AI agent all this time. And so that's the next one of AI agents for customer support, sales outreach, automation at scale. So I have my agent, I only have 30,000 followers, 30,000. But this agent is talking to 10, 20 people at the same time that I could never do. So for you guys, in addition to landing a great position by implementing agents in your company, again, you can just take the skill set and walk into an influencer. There's tons of influencers on Instagram. Listen, I have 30,000 followers. I can't keep up. People have 1 million followers, 300,000 followers. They want these agents who can, my agent does for me is in response to inbound DMs, it qualifies and says, hey, do you have this problem? I can solve it for you. Or no, we don't work with this type of people. This is not what we do. It disqualifies people who are not a fit. It books appointments for me and books calls on my team's calendar. It also sends reminders and says, hey, your call's coming up with Mo, with Marvin. Are you ready for the call? Should I cancel it? All with people not even knowing it's not a real human being. They think it's really me. That's the power of AI agents, and you can learn this stuff. We built this thing, Marvin built it in 1 week. I think he learned it in like 2 weeks. It doesn't take too much to learn these skills. So, $5 million AI consultant skills. One, knowing what's the problem that they need to solve. Two, building products to solve that problem with AI tools like Lovable. Three, building AI workflows, which connect apps together, transfer data, and analyze things and give reports. Four is building AI agents that actually communicate with real people and self-correct and learn in customer service, sales outreach. And number five is AI cybersecurity. I haven't talked about this at length, but I will later. This is where you enable AI become secure and compliant. Right now, SkillHat has a business arm that does this. Okay. We actually place our cybersecurity alumni in positions because so many companies come to us, they're startups. They cannot launch your actual product because collecting human data, healthcare data, you need to be compliant with PCI for finance, HIPAA for healthcare. So if you're able to help a business get compliant when they're launching security tools, sorry, when they're launching AI, that's a deeper, longer skill to learn. I'll be honest, this is the longest one to really learn, number five. But these four can be learned in a shorter time. Okay. Now, with that being said, here's how we help you get hired at SkillHat. Now, if all this is clear so far, give me a C in the chat for clear. If these $5 million skills are clear to you so far, give me a C in the chat. Fantastic. I love it. Now, you guys will get a chance to ask any questions you have, but I want to show you how we help you get hired. And then I will show you how we help you launch your business. And then the moment many of y'all are waiting for, I will announce who won the scholarship today. Okay? Okay, so here's how we help you get hired. Now, there are for the first timers, this is the first time you're going to hear this very simple framework that's worked for thousands. Like I said, at SkillHat, our alumni combined make $20 million a year combined. We've helped hundreds land six-figure jobs. Okay. T asked, do you own the IP and tools you create? We'll talk about that a little bit later. Short answer is that it's up to you. You decide how you structure the arrangement if you're a consultant. If you work for a company, then of course they own the IP. That's the short answer, but I'll break that down a little bit later. Here's the four gaps to land a high-paying job in tech and AI. Number one, the skills. You have to learn the skills and the tools for the job. A guy came to me, says, Mo, I don't want to learn those skills. Just put me in a job, and when I'm on the job, I'll learn on the job. Yeah, you can learn on the job, but to actually get that job, they want to know you have the requisite skills. Okay? This includes the technical skills, the soft skills, the tools. We're going to talk about the AI tools, Claude, and a bunch of other tools, and then get certified. Now, we all get that. That's pretty obvious. But many of us stop at the skills. Now, this is where we really thrive at SkillHat. Number two, getting you the hands-on experience in a cross-functional team. And so the employer who wants to hire you for a six-figure job, or the startup who wants to bring you in as a consultant, they're going to ask you not what did you learn in class, but tell me a time you've actually done this. Walk me through a project you've led, a product you've built, and typically they want to know what's in a cross-functional team. What is a cross-functional team? It is a team that has people with different functions and roles. Because in these projects, it's always cross-functional. You have the product manager, the engineer, the business analyst, the cybersecurity analyst. And so you have to know that you can work in teams efficiently. That's the second gap that you have to solve for. Make sense so far? The third is marketability. How do you market yourself? And I love this metaphor I always use. If you went into a grocery store to buy yogurt and you see a yogurt has nice packaging, nice branding, nice colors, ingredients look good, you take it home, you buy it, you like it, you go back, you keep buying it, everyone's happy. But if you went to the same grocery store and that same yogurt was just like black packaging with no name, was leaking, was dirty, would you still buy that same yogurt? It's an obvious no, right? But it's the same product because it's not marketed effectively. And that's the challenge that I see with a lot of people in the industry who can market themselves way better. So in this space of AI consulting, to get a six-figure job, it's about your resume, your interview skills, and your LinkedIn profile. Those three things. Your resume, your interview skills, your LinkedIn profile. Now, when it comes to launching a business, it's a whole different ordeal, which I'm going to break down shortly. Okay. All right. Now, the fourth gap you have to fill is your network. Listen, your network is your net worth. All the best jobs I've gotten, I had jobs that flew me across the world, from Lagos to Nigeria to New York. And I had jobs I fucking hated. Pardon my French. The best jobs that I loved were the ones that got through networking, going to conferences, meeting the founder directly. The ones I hated were the ones that I applied online and I got the job. Networking will open up crazy doors for you that you never would have found online. In fact, there's a hidden job market. Let me ask you guys a question. What percent of jobs that exist right now are posted? Across the world, what percent of jobs that exist are actually posted online? Is it 20%, 10%, 40%, 100%? What percent of jobs are actually posted? The answer is 30%. 30% of jobs are posted. So there's a hidden job market. 70% of jobs are not posted. I mean, just yesterday, or I think it was even today, there's a job that exists that no one even knew about, but the guy who was hiring, he's coming on this call, by the way. I'm gonna share my screen. What happened to my Zoom? Let's find Zoom. Yeah. If you go on SkillHat Slack, you see a job in the hidden job market. This is a job that Colla's hiring for a UX designer, right? He's hiring directly and he's like, hey, if you want to get the job, just hit me up. There's tons of jobs that you will only get when you tap into the right network. These are the four gaps that you have to fill to land a six-figure job. These are different from launching a business, which I'm going to share later, but this is to land a six-figure job. If we have clarity and you feel like, yes, this makes sense, these are four gaps, let me know. And let me ask you a question that's better. Which gap do you feel that you need to solve for to land your next position? Give me, is it number one? Is it number two? Is it all four? Let me know in the chat. Which gaps do you have that you think you need to fill? Ah, I'm seeing number four. I'm seeing all four starting at number one. I'm seeing three and four, one and two. Let's talk about solving those together. And then I'm going to talk about, okay, so you land a six-figure job. How do you start building your own business and getting clients? So here's the process at SkillHat to position yourself for AI consultant success. First is our boot camps. Okay, so if you haven't gone through training, through our program, you will get trained. The best part is today, you will get access to all the boot camps today in business analysis, cybersecurity, GRC, product management, project management, and UX design. These are the baseline skills that we've been printing cash with for the last 7 years. I've been doing training in these roles for 7 years. Started with the first three, I think BA project management for the first 4 years, and then the last 3 years, cybersecurity, UX, and product. And people have been taking these boot camps with us and changing their lives every single day. $20 million plus in income in our community by getting certified in skills. Now, the new skills that I showed you with AI problem solving, AI workflows, AI agents, this is the second piece. This is the new thing we're adding. This is the new program that we've recently launched called the AI Consultant Accelerator. This is what we're focused on today. We're going to lock in a number two today. I'm going to break it all down. And by joining this program here on the top right, number two, you get access to the actual boot camps and all the other functions. So if you're already trained in cybersecurity, great, you can learn product management. If you're already trained in BA, fantastic, learn cybersecurity. Okay? So the first is the skills, which is the boot camps. The second is the hands-on experience. Now, what is the AI Consulting Accelerator? I'm going to break it down as we go. But first, I want you to know it's a 9-week program where you're put into a cross-functional team. A cross-functional team where you have an AI project manager, AI business analyst, AI cybersecurity analyst, AI prompt engineer and designer, and all 5 roles work together to launch an AI product and build AI agents. And I'll explain how it works as we go. Okay? That's the second step for hands-on experience. The value of that is that you actually have experience and a real life product to show employers or show any company who wants to hire you as a consultant and tell your story. The third part, what's the third gap we got to solve? Marketability, right? And network, third and fourth. So we do this through coaching, working with a one-on-one coach on your resume, your LinkedIn, and your interview skills. And the fourth is networking. We're going to Afrotech later on this month in Houston. A bunch of other conferences happening next month. Be Future. Networking is huge. So these are the 4 steps that we go through at SkillHat to help you land a 6-figure role as an AI consultant. Okay, doesn't stop there though. Once you get your first position, you can get support on your first role through check-ins, templates, and tools so you don't just get the role, but keep the role and grow in the role. Okay, take a picture of this if you like. This is our process that's worked consistently, leveraging the 4-gap method and solving each of these through the training, the accelerator, and networking and coaching. Coaching is so critical. Listen, every top performer in the world has a coach. Lionel Messi, LeBron James, Sam Altman, founder of OpenAI, has a coach. Alex Hormozy has a coach. I have tons of coaches. I pay close to 70K a year only on coaching to be a top performer. And so you get a one-on-one coach at SkillHat who helps you with your resume, interview skills, LinkedIn, etc. Okay, now I'm going to lock in on the AI Consulting Accelerator because through this program, you get everything. Okay? Through one program, you get everything. Like I said, you get the boot camps in product design, project management, cyber, and BA. So let's talk about how this program actually works and how you can get a job as a 6-figure AI consultant or launch your own business. Again, in this program, you join a team to solve a real problem and form an AI product team where you are AI analyst, AI product manager, scrum master, or project manager, or AI prompt engineer. And you have to launch a product in 9 weeks. Now, a lot of folks in this room have already gone through the accelerator. One was called the Tech Career Accelerator. It was very different back then. It was all about building mobile apps and web apps. But now we've added a lot more AI elements like agents because of where the market is today. So if you've taken it before, you should come back and do it again. And we have alumni scholarships for you guys that I'll share a little bit later once you can book a call. Now, here's the high level structure. There's 2 parts. Okay, so lock in, pay attention here. I'm going to show you how we're going to make this happen for you. The first is the 9-week core, where you learn AI product and AI project delivery skills to differentiate you in any of these roles. So once you're done with this program, you can actually choose your lane to focus on business analysis, project management, product management, UX design, prompt engineering and software development, or cybersecurity. Okay, so there's a 9-week core plus my favorite part, the 4-week founder piece, where I will work directly with you to build your 7-figure business. 7 figures, yes, $1 million business. I've done it. You can do it too. To take your skills and productize your skills, craft your wedding offer package, figure out how do you get more leads that you know how to deal with. Listen, when I was working as a VP at 29 years old, I launched SkillHat on the side by posting content on LinkedIn and running ads. It got to a point that I couldn't even work anymore. I'll be working and my phone will be ringing off the hook with people saying, "Hey, Mo, I heard you help Shade get a job. I heard you help Abiola get a job. Man, I'm trying to do a boot camp. I'm trying to do a boot camp." And then I couldn't even like do my job anymore. I had to just quit after some time. That's what happens when you have more leads than you can handle. You start to just grow. You're forced to grow. Let me ask you guys a question. What is the number? You're like, how much does it cost? I'll break it down. I got you. Let me ask you a question, right? What is the number one thing that kills most businesses? What is the number one thing that kills most businesses? What is the number one thing that kills businesses, not people? Someone says sugar. All right, marketability, demand, lack of preparedness, no systems, not enough leads, not closing deals. Let's keep it going. What is the number one thing that kills most businesses? Business wasn't needed, lack of consistency, service. The answer, okay, the answer is running out of cash. Very simple answer. Running out of cash. That's it. Once you have cash as a business, you are in business. Okay? And so how do you never run out of cash? Is by having consistent leads. If you always have people knocking on your door to say, hey, Javon, hey, Ruby, hey, Marvin, I need this done. Can you help me? You will always be in money. Okay. So we're going to break down this second part. But the first part, oh, by the way, we're going to work together on sales, how to close your first client. You guys see what I'm doing right now. This is actually sales, one to many sales. I have 185 people in the room, right? We had 1,000 registered for the webinar over the last few weeks. I will show you guys how to do one to many sales, but also one to one sales, where you can talk to a founder and go through discovery and make a pitch so good, they say, you know what, yeah, let's work together. So this is the 9-week core. Let's talk about the 9-week core. Through the 9-week core, we're going to go through 9 weeks where week 1 is picking the right problem to solve. We're going to give you a list of high value problems. You pick one problem to solve. Before, we had you guys pitch all sorts of stuff. That's not happening anymore. We're bringing you the actual problems to solve. Okay. Then Twinge is going to break down AI and ML basics, how we build AI products differently, life cycle is different. Then we go into research, talking to real people who have the real problem. And then we start to create prototypes and vibe code. So in this program, you have to be hands-on. You actually have to build it yourself. Okay, you have to actually learn vibe coding and build your actual product. Then we got to test it out in the market and launch as early as week 6. And then we're going to add some automation on top of the product. How do you automate when somebody pays on Stripe, get their data into the CRM, clean it, move them into your Slack channel, all automated? That's week 7. And then week 8, I told you guys about how I built an Instagram agent. You have to build that as well for your business. An agent that responds through Instagram or Twitter or WhatsApp as a chatbot without a client knowing it's AI. And number 9, you pitch your problem, your solution, which is the product. You pitch, you show the automation you've done, and the agent that gets leads for you, all to investors and recruiters. Okay, we've had in this program in the past core, we've had investors come from Techstars. You've had founders come who are top tech founders who make $1 million a month coming as judges, looking to invest. We've had leaders at Facebook, Amazon, Google, directors come as judges. So there's a huge opportunity to actually launch your product and take it to market. This is the 9-week piece that helps you become an AI consultant. And remember, by taking the AI Consulting Accelerator, you get access to all the foundational boot camps in product management, business analysis, all programs you get while you build. So if you haven't gone through BA training or GRC training or project management training, you can still start the accelerator because you're going to get access to everything from day 1, like I showed you. So from day 1, you're in the accelerator in this step, but you get access to this. Now you can choose to start the live training if you want, or you can just jump in the accelerator, focus on AI, and get access to the foundational skill sets. Okay, let's keep it going. Now, let's talk about high level, the 3 things you need to launch your AI consulting business. Okay, 3 core elements to launch the business. Number 1 is to build what's called an irresistible offer. An irresistible offer. An offer so good that people feel stupid saying no when they see it. See, the challenge right now in the job market that's tough is that we're just waiting. We are applying for jobs and waiting. Now, the good luck for many people who follow our process is that they get responses faster because the resumes work. They convert in interviews because we script the interviews and show you guys how to do it on our coaching calls. And they get the job. But it's still a waiting game. Why not just get the skills and stop waiting and start going out to get the money? How do you just wake up, you have the skills. So you have the skills right now, vibe coding, agents, workflows, problem identification. You have the skills right now. Just wake up and go out. Just walk around the streets and just start pitching people. But you can't just start pitching. Why? Because you will lose out if you don't get number 1 thing right. An irresistible offer. I want to show you guys something. I don't think I can find it in my inbox, but I need to show you what an irresistible offer looks like. There we go. I think I found it. Yeah, let's try this. Let's try this. I'm so glad I found it. I want to show you what this looks like. So most people have weak offers, right? So here's what a weak offer looks like. And here's what a strong offer looks like. Can you guys see my screen? Give me a yes. If you want to see how to make a good offer, give me an offer in the chat. Give me an offer in the chat. There we go. Thank you. Listen, the highest point of leverage is the offer itself. Okay? The highest point of leverage, where if you work on this one thing, everything else, how you get leads, how you sell, how you deliver, works from that. It is the offer itself. So how do you craft an irresistible offer so good that people feel stupid saying no when you show them the offer? I'll show you. Here's what a weak offer looks like. I will do X. I will implement AI in your business. I will teach you something. You will be successful. It costs 5K. And they ask you, well, how do I know it's going to be successful? You say, you know what? Don't worry. It'll be successful. Just trust me. I got you. Just trust me. Right? Because let me ask you a question. What is the number one reason why people don't buy from other people? What is the number one reason why people don't buy? What is the number one reason people don't buy? Andre got it right. It is trust. Trust and risk. That's it. Trust, risk, no proof, all the same thing. I don't trust you. This seems risky. It's not money. Listen, if I told you that I'm going to sell you a Ferrari that's 100K, but it's only 10K, and it's really 100K, would you go find the money for the Ferrari? The answer is, of course, yes. So it's not money. It's not enough value, not enough trust, not convinced. So this is what a weak offer looks like. And most people have weak offers. Here's a strong offer. Number one, our process guarantees you achieve the outcomes you want. So it's not selling yourself, selling a process. Number two, proof, because we have done it for 50 other people just like you, right? That's why you go through the consulting accelerator, to actually do the thing and build the thing, to have proof. The value we're going to create for your business is worth over 26K, for example. But today, for being here, you get it for 5K, right? And you get to bring a friend with you with a gift card. And we guarantee if you don't achieve it, we're going to refund you or keep working with you until we do. Oh, by the way, we have financing. So you only pay this per month. And so in 4 months, you'll have doubled your income, right? With us by 50K, right? But only pay us $800 in this time. Do you guys see how the difference between a weak offer and a strong offer is? If you do, give me a yes in the chat. If you see the difference. So there's core elements of a strong offer. Process-based, proof, showing value, showing the ROI. And that's the first thing we're going to work together on your unique offer. Now, you might be like, okay, what's next? Well, second thing is leads. How to get people banging on your door every single day to work with you. Okay. Now, we can get leads in different ways. Content, lead magnets, storytelling, ads, direct outreach. Listen, for this webinar you guys are in, we spent a few thousand in ads to get a few thousand people. If you had 1,000 people every single month, you will make some money, even if you're terrible at sales, right? But we're going to make you really good at sales, which is how to close high-ticket clients at 5K, 10K, using one-to-one sales. So they book calls on your calendar with your agent. Your agent books calls on your calendar for you based on your offer. Or one-to-many sales, like this call, where you're doing a webinar with 20 people, 40 people to get to 100 people like us and 500 people, right? We're going to work on your scripting and the sales psychology. Let me ask you a question. If you've never gone through sales training in your life, give me an N in the chat. If you've never gone through sales training, never, give me an N in the chat. You have to do this. Last year, I paid $70,000, and I'll walk you through it. You have to go through sales training. Everyone is selling, right? You're always selling. You're selling to your girlfriend, to your husband, to your boss. You're always selling. So once again, 3 core things to build your business. There's more, but I'm going to start with these three with you guys. Number one, build an irresistible offer. Number two, work to get leads. Number three, learn to close deals. Let me ask you guys a question. If you feel confident that working on these three things can launch you your AI consulting business, give me a C in the chat. If you feel confident. Fantastical. All right. I'm going to remind you what we're doing here. I'm talking about the AI Consulting Accelerator, 9 weeks core and 4-week founder piece. 9-week core, cross-functional team, learning the AI skills, figuring out the problems, doing research, building out your prototype, testing it, validating it, building agents, building workflows, and presenting it to investors. After which we work together on your business to build the right offer, get leads, learn how to close high-ticket clients. Now, I learned this from, who knows who this guy is on screen? Who's this guy on screen? This is the God. This is the freaking God. Who knows this guy on screen? Alex Hormozy. This is the genius, man. Who knows the crazy thing Alex did exactly 7 weeks ago? What did he do 7 weeks ago? Who knows? Let me ask you guys a question. Do you guys think it's possible to make $100 million in one day? Is it possible to make $100 million in one day? T says no. Sherry says no. Aisha says yes. Yes, this guy did it. This guy made $100 million in one day. Go check out the stats. He did it live online on a webinar just like this. Okay, why am I talking about this guy? Because I learned from him. See me at acquisition.com. I went there, I paid over $8,000 to go hang out with Hormozy for 2 days. Okay, why am I telling you this? This is literally a picture of me taking a photo of him in front. He broke down. This guy made $100 million in one day. Listen, man, no one can tell me about opportunity in the world. Don't be a loser talking about how, oh, life is hard, man. Shit is fucked up, man. They're coming against me, man. People are making bank. And people are going to make more bank with the wealth transfer through AI. This is the book that Alex gave me. Acquisition.com. I paid $8,000 to go stay with this guy and his team for 2 days. And oh my God, boy, Las Vegas, beautiful city. I learned so much about making irresistible offers. Everything I've shown you is what I learned from him and what I'm going to break down with you guys in the accelerator, in the founder module, and also a lot of it in the core. Okay, so the benefits to you is, number one, you become certified as an AI consultant. Number two, if you lack stories in job interviews, you can have way more stories because you're going to be fighting with your colleagues. You're going to have issues, I guarantee you, but you're going to overcome them. And that's stories you can tell in interviews in a cross-functional team. Again, this is team-based, but you're also building your things yourself, but you're building as a team. Number three, you're going to sharpen your technical and AI skills with agents and workflows and vibe coding. Number four, you're going to have a portfolio to show, right? Miraculous.com, what I do, right? And then you're going to get personalized coaching from myself and my team to help you land a 6-figure job, as well as then launch your business. Now, by the way, I'll say this in case you guys are wondering. You can do one or both. You can take both, or you can take just the core piece to become a 6-figure AI consultant, or do both to become a consultant and build your business, right? You're going to brand yourself. You're going to brand yourself as the expert. And every week you will have to present like I'm doing right now, so that you have incredible presentation skills. You're going to build an incredible network of leaders, and you're going to have some fun. Okay? All right. Now, let's go into announcements still to come with the full scholarship winners and the part scholarship winners, right? All right. Now, let's start with the value of what you're getting. And by the way, I didn't have enough time to make these slides perfect, so it might be a little crazy, so just bear with me. I've been crazy busy. Let's start with the value of the bootcamp you're getting. And for the value of this, so you know what you're getting, because I'm about to make the announcement of the scholarship. Who's going to win that today? Okay. So with the bootcamp, you're getting all the bootcamps we have. These bootcamps, by the way, we sell each one for $3,000. You can go enroll right now in the BA bootcamp. This is a 4K bootcamp. You get everything for free as long as you're in the accelerator for the 13 weeks. You get everything while in the accelerator. This is, I don't know why my team had 9,700 here. Like each one is 3K. So this is like 15K of value, but that's what's on the screen. We'll just leave it. Okay. This is a self-paced access while you're in the accelerator to all the boot camps. If you want the live boot camp, you can enroll for that directly. It's a 3K boot camp. But to get everything self-paced, this is what they value it at. That's the first piece you get access to. Who's teaching these boot camps? These are directors. The product boot camp is taught by the director of product management at Loblaw, of Sawi. And then cyber bootcamp is taught by a C-level executive at Sandbox Insurance. Okay. And then let's talk about the actual AI Consulting Accelerator. The instructors there are Umaima and Tunji. Umaima and Tunji, you guys on the call right now? We're going to have them come on shortly. I just wanted to give you guys a sense. You guys will just want to say hi real quick. And we're going to bring you guys on, not now, but just say hello. So we're going to talk to them. We're going to talk to them shortly. Umaima, say hello.
Hello.
So yeah, Umaima is a senior AI PM with Microsoft, and Tunji is a VP at Citibank. So given what these guys charge per hour to work with them in the accelerator, if you were to hire them directly, it will be a value of 10K at least. Okay. Now you're going to be working with coaches who are going to work with you to revamp your resume, your LinkedIn, design your application strategy, and master your interview skills. Meaning that you package yourself so well that employers are fighting for you to work for them. These are group sessions every Monday, plus one-on-ones, okay, with a dedicated coach. The coach, there's tons of coaches. This is one of our coaches, Joan. Here's some testimonials. I want to share how SkillHat has been a game changer in the tech space. Their coaching is top-notch. My coach guided me every step of the way, refining my resume. And beyond the technical stuff, SkillHat boosted my confidence, right? The courses are worth it. If you're thinking about it, look into it. It's practical. Here's another one. Hey, Mo, this is 2022. I want to share the great news with you. I signed my offer letter today. I know you get this a lot, but thank you for creating SkillHat. It's an absolute pleasure or blessing. And the coach below me was an absolute gem coaching me through the interviews, right? Priceless. I'm going to send more folks your way. This is just some screenshots of the value of the coaching. Now, I coach founders directly. Here's a screenshot of Dr. Victor. Is Dr. Victor on here today? He paid $4,900 US just to get me coaching him to grow his business. So I would value our coaching package alone at $7,200. Okay. So you're getting $26K worth of value from this program, right? The live boot camps, the AI Consulting Accelerator, the career coaching. But there's more. Let's talk about the bonuses. How many of us love applying for jobs? How many of us love going online and hitting up Indeed or Glassdoor or LinkedIn and applying for jobs? If you love it, give me an L in the chat. If you hate it, give me an H in the chat. If you hate it. If you love it, give me an L in the chat. I hate applying for jobs. I hate it. But guess what? I love showing up to job interviews. So what we did is we implemented an AI tool that actually will apply for jobs for you. It save you hours. All you have to do, put in your target role, put in your resume that we're going to coach you and work on with you, and the AI will apply for jobs for you. Because listen, employers are using AI to look at your resume anyway. So why don't you just apply with AI? So the AI will actually apply for jobs for you, and you get this for free when you work with SkillHat, right? This is incredible. $200 in value, I would say. And then you have tons of templates that you can use to optimize your LinkedIn profile, create LinkedIn content, interview scripts. This is valued at $1,000. You get it all for free. Now I talked about the hidden job market, right? I'm showing you guys all you're getting, okay, with the program. This is one of our events that we had recently. This lady, Shade, is coming on. Shade, are you here yet? We're going to talk to Shade soon. And we're going to talk to the others. Shade and the team.
I'm here, Mo.
This is like 2022. We had the event. We were looking really nice at this day. We have events that we do. There's a hidden job market you're going to get access to through SkillHat. through our community. This is Joe. He's now an actual AI consultant. This is like 2 years ago. This is some of our photos from our events, right? So last bonus I think I want to share is the alumni community, right? Here's some real faces and real offer letters, right? Got a job at Fidelity Bank, UX, got a job at the bank, etc. Tapping into that network. Here's a guy who had an interview on July 28th. He posted the interview. Who works there? And then this guy says, I work there. He linked him up. He helped him with the interview. A few weeks after, this guy got a job, right? Networking is key. So I would value bonuses, the job app software at 200, templates at 1,000, community at 1,500. You get all this value when you enroll in the AI Consultant Accelerator, all for free. Okay. Now the value of the program is $29,600. The bootcamp training at $9,700. The AI Consulting Accelerator, the core program, which is where we're providing you guys access to today, which is worth $10K. Career coaching worth $7,200, and bonuses worth $2,700. Now you might be saying like, Mo, this is crazy. Like this isn't. There's no way anyone's paying $29K for a program. Guess what? I freaking did it last year. This is last year, my report where I paid $34,000 to a guy called Cole Gordon. Anyone here know Cole? I paid this guy $34,000 actually to help me build my whole team, my sales and marketing team, and teach me what I'm doing right now with you guys, one-to-one sales and one-to-many sales. And oh man, when he told me the price, I almost shit my pants. I'm like, nah, you're joking. And I went through this guy's program and I invested $34K. And I went from making $150K a year to over $1.5 million a year last year. So if you could invest $34K to make $1.5 million, would it be a good deal? Yes or no? Would you take that deal? I take that deal. And today I'm offering you a chance. In fact, by the way, I'll also raise government funding because of what I learned, which is what allows us to give you guys these scholarships. So I was kind of hesitant, but now I realized it was one of my best decisions ever. And so today I'm giving you a chance to make a similar decision. Okay. Now the AI consultant program would be a great program. What 30K at 25K would be a great price, but it's $65.99 for the full program. Literally the AI consultant core and the founder training. The program, this is the price. This is the price of the program, $65.99. Now, somebody on this call is about to get it completely free right now. Okay? It might be you. It might actually be you who gets it for free. But for everyone on this webinar today, you all get a 24% part scholarship, taking the final price to $45.99. I can't believe this is the price. I gotta check this out. No, this can't be the price. Wow, it is the actual price. So this is the actual price for the full program, including the 9 weeks to build the AI consultant skills and the 4 weeks to work with me to build you your own offer. This is a crazy offer because I feel like if you guys take this shit seriously, pardon my French, and you land your first client at 5K, and then you renew them at only $1,000 a month, that's a 5 plus 12, that's 17K on your first client that you can get, $45.99. If you land a six-figure job at 100K a year, that's 500K in 5 years off $45.99 investment. You're not going to get an ROI like this anywhere. And guess what? We also have financing through a firm or Klarna at $274 per month or $930 a day. Now, this actually expires on Friday. Actually, this expires tonight. Let me just be clear on that. This offer expires tonight, and I'll break down the offer that expires on Friday. It goes up, I think, by Friday. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now, we're going to move on to interviewing our alumni, and then we're going to share the who won the scholarship. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is just make this clear. Okay, you might win the scholarship today, and you might not, but I want you to know that If you say no to any of these, then this program is not for you. But if you say yes, then you should think about it and go forward with it. Number one, ask yourself this question. Will this opportunity get you closer or further away from your goals? Yes or no? Think about it. If it's a yes, okay. Does this increase your chances of achieving your goals versus doing it by yourself? And then the question is, can you get the resources together to get started? If you say no to any of these, then you should just walk away right now. But if it's a yes to all three, then we should definitely work together to get you to become an AI consultant. With that being said, I'm going to put a link in the chat to book a call, okay? To book a call with our team. So here's the price for the AI Consulting Accelerator. It's $34.99. For the AI Consulting Accelerator, the core. And if you want to go through the core and the founder, it's $49.99. Okay? And choose your country because it allows you to pay with a firm if you're in the US or Canada. And so the part that many of you have been waiting for, I'm going to put the link in the chat real quick. Put the link in the chat. Book a call here. So let's talk about this real quick. I want to chat with you guys. I'm going to be taking calls with you guys all week, me and my team. If you book a call, you might get me or my team member. I put a link in the chat to book a call. If you're considering taking the program, right, at $39.99 for the core or $49.99 for the accelerator, for the founder piece, remember that when you join SkillHat, you're protected by a money-back guarantee. If you're not happy, neither are we. If you have any reasons or any issues, you're not happy, just contact us and we'll refund you 100% protected. Now, the moment that many of you have been waiting for, it is time to announce the winner of the grand prize 30K scholarship for this program. Now, here's how we chose the winner, in case you guys are like, how did the winner get chosen? So once you guys register, you had the option to upgrade to a $30 VIP seat, okay? This $30 upgrade enters you into a 100% scholarship draw with one winner, okay? Now, we got 50 plus upgrades and applications. You guys have to fill out an application form stating why you deserve the scholarship, okay? And then, this is not a lottery, okay? We're not a lottery company. So we actually have to give you guys value for your money for the application fee, okay? So a lot of you, everyone who applied gets literally $6,000 in free value just for applying. So it's not gambling. Just want to make that clear. Now, there's a committee who looked at the applications based off a number of different factors. They choose the winner, and then I announce it. But here's the fun part. There's one winner in Canada and one winner in the US. So with that being said, the winner of the full scholarship, taking you into the AI Consulting Accelerator, the core program, and the founder piece, is Deborah. Deborah, the team couldn't find your last name, but they thought you were so deserving. So I don't know your last name. Are you here in the room? Oh my God. Okay. You have to be able to unmute and come on camera so they know it's not a fake. Congrats, Deborah. Deborah, are you here? Are you able to come on camera and unmute? Thank you all for the positivity in the chat, for saying congrats to her. Deborah, can you speak? We're gonna give you a few more seconds, Deborah. If you can't see anything, we may have to give it to somebody else.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah. Are you able to come on camera for a second?
I'm trying to get this to work.
Congratulations, Deborah. We're gonna give you a few seconds to come on camera, but I gotta announce the Canadian winner. All right. The second winner in Canada is Rosemary Ocollier. Congratulations to Rosemary. That is our second winner of the scholarship. Rosemary, are you in the room today? Can you unmute and confirm that you are here? Rosemary, can we hear you?
Hi, I'll bet you.
I can
Yeah,
hear the
so
babies in the
excited.
background.
Oh
Can you
my
hear
God.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Congratulations, you just won a 30K value scholarship, Rosemary.
Thank you so much. God bless you. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Oh my
Congratulations, congratulations. All right, so we locked in. Deborah, I'll give you a few more minutes. Okay, now for everyone who applied in the VIP seat but didn't get the full scholarship tonight, you're gonna get a lot of stuff in your inbox tomorrow. Don't worry. You're gonna get a resume review session with an experienced coach, a bunch of resume builder templates, and you get the first 3 classes of the AI consultant program for free, a LinkedIn setup course, and the recording of the webinar. Now, for everyone else, okay, I want you to go on the link in the chat and book a free call with me and team to enroll in the program. Okay. Now, for those who want to enroll in the program, here's the data. The program, the AI consultant is for the training in diagnosing business problems with AI, building AI products, AI workflows and agents, and learning AI cybersecurity. The core program is $45.99. Okay. Now, when you move on to the founder piece, it is $65.99. If you enroll tonight, you get it for, let's cut this off. I got a wrong link. Give me 1 second, guys. I got to fix something. And then I don't want to give you guys the wrong information. Bear with me. There we go. Thank you. I don't want to give you guys the wrong thing. I want to make it all accurate for you. Perfection. Okay. So this is the ticket to take you guys to the next level where you are not waiting and unhappy in a role, but you're actually in a 6-figure high paying role. And you have a chance to go out there and lock in your own clients. For the alumni in the room who are in the SkillHat program, who took the cybersecurity bootcamp already, or who took the accelerator already, just book a call with the link in the chat. I put a link in the chat. Book a call because we have special alumni discounts for those who are in cybersecurity GRC bootcamp right now and those who are already in the internship. But for those who are coming in for the first time into SkillHat and you're like saying, yes, I actually want to become an AI consultant, you can take if you enroll tonight, it's $34.99 for the AI consultant core and $49.99 for the AI consultant and the founder program where I work with you to launch your business. Right now, if you do not enroll tonight, the program pricing goes up starting midnight tonight. It's at $39.99 and $54.99. I recommend you book a call. If you book a call tonight, there's a link in the chat. My team will be able to work with you to figure out payment plans and everything else to help you. I recommend you enroll tonight. Now, I'm going to put the link in the chat if you want to enroll tonight. And I'm going to put the link in the chat to book a call. And with that being said, we're going to move to the alumni interviews. Man, I think I ran out of time like crazy, so I appreciate Shade and Kala for being here. Shade and Kala, we're going to move to your interview real quick to hear from you. You guys have been crushing it. Shade and Kala, you guys able to come on camera real quick? We're going to cut it to 10 minutes. Shade Reed, what's up?
Hi, Mo. Hi, everyone. I'm
Hey,
good.
everyone. Okay, so we're going to start with Shade's. Kala in the room.
Yes, I am.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, so listen, guys, I'm gonna put some stuff in the chat. If you guys want to book a call, I've put the link in the chat already. Book a call with my team. We will give you different payment plans. You can pay as low as $249 a month, even lower with the firm and Klarna. So book a call. We have zero interest loans with Windmill as well. So book a call with the link in the chat. Now, for those who do want to enroll in the program right now to get the deal, I'm going to put that link in the chat as well. So give me a second, and then we're going to go to the interview. So we're going to do an interview with 2 of our alumni and 2 of the instructors right now. If you gotta hop off, by all means hop off. It's being recorded. But if you want to be able to ask them any questions, and by the way, if you actually want to enroll and you have any challenges, so enroll here. Let me just share my screen 1 second. So here's the call to action. It's not just about watching, but about taking action. Okay. And once you book that call, we'll have a lot of opportunities for you. So book a call. Now, if you click the link in the chat, you can go to the bottom and book a call, or you can enroll at this price today using this discount code. Okay. So with that being said, Shade, I'm going to start with ladies first. Shade, how you doing today? Tell the community in the room, what do you currently do for a living? And why is your work important to the company?
Hi everyone. I am Shade Reed. I am a senior business analyst within the R&D IT team at AstraZeneca. My role is important because you could say I focus on bridging the gap between the technology and the business, and I help the teams use AI and automation to work smarter, make better decisions, and innovate responsibly.
That's awesome. Nice to have you on again. I think we've had you like maybe like 1,000 times. So this is always good to have you. Um, Omar, there's different like ways that you can get low interest, zero interest financing. So book a call with our team with the link in the chat, and they'll walk you through all that tomorrow, I guarantee you. Okay, now let's go to Kala. Kala, congrats on your new position, my man.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
So tell the world, tell the room, what do you currently do, and why is your role important to the company?
Right now I'm a senior product manager for Meta IT, which is a SaaS firm. It's existed for over about 30 plus years now, and they do a really, really good job. I'll say my role is quite important because I'm involved significantly in a lot of stakeholder management, organizational strategy, and alignment, essentially. And of course, without those, it's impractical to get anything done. Yeah.
Sounds good. So Kala, tell us, sorry, Shade, tell us about like what SkillHat program did you take? How did the program help you get into this role where you're AI business analyst with AstraZeneca? And what part of the program made the big difference for you?
So I took two roles with SkillHat. I first did the business analyst course, and then I did the project management course. Um, the BA course, of course, was the one that helped me to get in the career that I'm in right now. Again, I'm a senior business analyst. I feel like you said more what skills.
Yeah, the question was what program did you take, which you answered. You took the BA and the Agile project management. And what part of the experience made the biggest difference for you to land your positions that you have today?
I feel like with the experience, I would probably say SkillHat was honestly like I'll say the foundation that helped me move into the business analysis role with confidence. So it definitely did give me the confidence because I've always had like an analytical mindset, but SkillHat gave me the structure, the tools, and the real world experience so that I could apply it effectively in the professional environment. So it it gave me all the BA necessities that I needed in to become a BA.
Awesome. How about you, Kala? So you took this program that we're pitching today, the accelerator program. Can you share what you built in the program and how it helped you land your product management job today?
Sure. I mean, we built what we called Flex Space at the time. It was really, really exciting, actually still is, because it's something we still work on. Um, and the purpose of that application was a marketplace to serve the cosmetology industry, essentially bridging a gap between salon owners and barbers, hairdressers, you name it, who ordinary would find it difficult to find spaces or chairs that they can rent to perform their tasks or their jobs. And what made this really interesting is that it helped me to again to refine my people skills, again stakeholder management, in addition to understanding what really goes into product management itself. So, the why, what are the needs and wants of your various end users, understanding those and therefore how to solve that problem. Those are key questions that I apply in my day to day, and I find to be, frankly speaking, important in any role really, because without that, you really don't know what problem you're trying to solve. You don't know how to then solve it. So in our case, for example, we're building digital products, and one of the things that we do on a regular basis is to try and understand what our end users want.
I think we lost Call for a bit there. We're gonna move back to Shade. So Shade, for everyone who's watching right now,
And
what
our end
advice?
users fall into two
Okay.
categories, quite important for us.
Sounds good, Kola. We lost you for a bit,
Sorry, I
but
didn't quite hear that.
we could hear you. We lost you for a bit, but we can hear
Okay.
you now. Okay, so quick question for Shade. Shade, for people who are on the call right now, who are seeing a tough job market and um, are right now in the market right now, or are looking to actually pivot from like what you did. You went from customer service to becoming a highly paid BA, from 30K a year to 30K a month. What advice would you give them right now who are doubting or who are struggling with the job market?
I would say I know the job market can be intimidating, especially right now. But my advice is like don't let the fear stop you. There's always room for people who are curious, people who are consistent, and people who are willing to learn. Also, the tech space is evolving faster than ever, especially now with AI. So that means there's always new opportunities opening up every day. But you just have to be ready. So I feel like if you're thinking about maybe joining SkillHat or you're already in SkillHat and you're looking to step into like your new role, um, utilize the mentorship that is provided, the network, the structure. Um, it gets the structure that you have to get there will help you build the confidence and the skill to stand out. And that's what you need right now. You need confidence and the skills to stand out in this market because it's so competitive. But if I could go back, I tell myself basically the decision I'm making right now is going to change my life, which was, joining SkillHat. But back to it, I would say you just need confidence and you just need to be prepared. So my message to everyone watching is start where you are, keep learning, stay consistent, and the right opportunity will meet you halfway once you're prepared.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that. So start where you are. A lot of you in the room are in a certain industry. You can start there. Like you can start if you work in healthcare or banking, you can start there, right? To launch products where you work or learn the AI consultant skills and go out there and talk to other startups or smaller businesses who are in that space, right? So Shade, you've been getting a lot of positions since you trained with us as far back as 2021, and you're still getting new positions till today. Like your current job as an AI BA with AstraZeneca, when did you get this position?
Um, oh, I started right before the summer.
Okay, cool. So just a few months ago, and you're still
Mhm.
getting recruiters reach out to you every single day, even till today. What do
Every
you think
day.
differentiates you from people who are not getting any interviews?
I feel like I always keep a pulse on the market. I'm never not in the market. So for example, like my LinkedIn is always up to date. My resume is always up to date, and my LinkedIn is also optimized. And once your LinkedIn is optimized, recruiters will always be reaching out. Especially, there's this feature in LinkedIn, like the more active you are in LinkedIn, the more likely recruiters are to reach out to you because LinkedIn will let them know that like they're more likely to get a response from you. So that was one of the first things I did. I made sure that my LinkedIn was properly optimized. And I mean, you only have to do it once and then just continue like keeping it active. And that's what keeps them coming to me. But then again, because I'm always prepared, I'm very confident, I know what I'm talking about. That's what lands me the role when they come.
Makes sense. Sounds good. And last question before I let you go is tell us about the AI projects you've recently implemented with AstraZeneca or the ones that you're working on right now. If you could talk about it in like 2 minutes, and then we'll go to call and finish up.
Okay, I'll try to be quick. Okay, so within the R&D IT, which is my department, I've worked on several Gen AI initiatives. So first one of them is the GPPM Knowledge Assistant. So it's basically a chatbot that sits on top of one of our systems called Capit, and it basically supports project managers in the global program and portfolio management team. So instead of them having to dig through the system or documents, they can just ask the chatbot questions and get real-time insights about their project or their portfolio. Another one is called Resource Rover, and it's basically an AI-powered chatbot that acts like an assistant for or R&D IT team. So it can help with like booking meetings, managing your traveling, handling like your day-to-day administrative tasks, which really reduces the strain on or internal assistance and speed. It basically speeds up our internal workflow because you can get a response at anytime throughout the day. And then there's the PMO playbook, and this is basically an interactive app, and it transform or project SOPs into like a user-friendly markdown-based tool. It guides the project managers through various phases of the project, and it also includes a chatbot powered by OpenAI. I think it's GPT-5. So users can ask questions and get contextual guidance instantly to basically help with their projects.
That's
Also
awesome.
sorry, beyond that, beyond developing these tools, I also lead the AI security and governance assessment for a project. So I conduct interviews with the project team to basically understand how the AI is going to be used, making sure that it doesn't involve like deep fakes, make employee related decision, or basically handle sensitive data inappropriately. So I help to guide the teams through like the privacy impact assessment, the governance review, and help to establish guardrails for like high risk AI systems so that we can innovate safely.
So you're working on the AI projects as a BA, and then you're also implementing some of the cybersecurity controls as well to protect sensitive data. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Shade, for coming. I'm gonna just finish up with Kala real quick. While Kala finishes, can we get Umaima and Tunji, some of the instructors, on real quick to talk about what you're gonna be teaching in the AI consultant program? And then Deborah, congratulations, come winning the scholarship today. You want to say a few words?
Yeah, thank you guys so much. I'm so excited. This is like a dream come true for me. I've followed SkillHat for so long, and like, when I seen this accelerator program, sorry, I have a kid up right now, but when I seen this program, I'm just so happy and excited. So thank you. This is a blessing for me and obviously my little one and my career going forward. I'm super excited.
That's awesome, man. Congratulations. I think your application was incredible, and the team was like they had to give it to you. So congratulations again. Even though there was no last name in there, they still loved you. So congrats. All right. Call up. We're gonna just finish up by asking you, um, tell us about, people who are right now struggling to land product management roles, but you just got your position when?
Pretty much a couple months ago.
Couple months ago, and you're crushing it in this role. How was the SkillHat program effective for helping you get that position first? And then what advice would you give for people who are deciding if they want to join the SkillHat program and deciding if they want to go into AI product management?
I think first things it's similar to what I said earlier. I think there's nothing quite like doing what you want to do, hands-on practice, which enables us to refine our skills. Because I think we all have these skills at varying degrees or to varying degrees, but it's about that refinement, but also continuing to receive encouragement from others. So when you have a network, a community, peers, and you continue to see these success stories, you continue to receive advice and tips from those who have done it before you tend to be encouraged. That's key. I think it was key for me, and I think it's key for many others as well. With respect to the market, I mean, few words, I would say persevere, introspect, and refine, and if apt, pivot when needed. To explain that, what I mean is it's a tough market. We all know this. But I also think that there is always something that we can do better, no matter what it is we put our hands on. And if we think in that manner, there would always be something that occurs to you at some point that you can do either differently or better. And when I say, and that's essentially, refining our strategy. And then when I say pivot, it simply means, if something's not worked for so long, there's nothing wrong in changing that strategy to one that works better, whether it has to do with consulting with folks who've done it or changing. I'll give something that not many people know, for example. Many of the jobs that are posted, of the 30% that are posted, about 25% of them are posted in the dead of the night, which means midnight till about 2, 3 a.m. And so if you're not really getting any traction from the ones that are posted, say, in the day or that you see, maybe what you want to do is stay up a bit late, switch your filters to the last 24 hours, and you would almost always see a ton of jobs that have been posted in the last hour or two or three around that time. The reason for this is what many organizations do based on various contacts and recruiters that I know now is that they would almost always just pick the first select, say 50 or 100, which these days occur during the first 2, 3 hours. And once you're amongst that first 50, first 100, you have a much better chance of landing that interview. So that's what I mean by sometimes pivoting. If you've been applying, at a different time, that's a strategy that you can implement as well. So again, it's just about refining, continuous refinement, I would say. And yeah, as long as you have something to sell, which I believe we all do, you will get that opportunity.
Also, well, congrats on your new position, Kola. Congrats on scaling through the accelerator, and thank you for coming. Let's give him a round of applause. Now, I'm going to bring on
Thank you
some
for having
incredible
me.
people who are going to be training you guys in the AI Consulting Accelerator. If you're going to be joining us, we have a bunch of folks already enrolled. I want to welcome Umaima, and I'm going to introduce Umaima. So, Umaima Teluka is an AI strategist, professional coach, and global speaker who helps leaders and organizations to navigate the collision of AI and human leadership in a world moving fast, moving too fast to ignore. She's a former software engineer, product and responsible AI lead at Microsoft, Air France, KLM, and Siemens, and a trusted advisor to 50 plus startups. She coaches Fortune 500 leaders like myself and founders across the world on harnessing AI responsibly, building resilient companies, while strengthening human capabilities that drive lasting success. That's a powerful intro. Welcome, Umaima.
Thank you, Mo.
Awesome. Good to see you on the call today. And then we have my man, Tunji. So Tunji is the VP of Application Development at Citibank. Tunji had the idea to revamp our accelerator by implementing AI. He texted me sometime like 4 months ago. He's like, Mo, are you guys implementing AI in the accelerator? Like, what are you guys doing right now? Because there's a lot of opportunity. And I'm like, yeah, we need to do this. And then we had like so many different coffee chats. I wish I could show you guys the scribbles, but I'll show you one photo. One photo. This is the one photo of me and Tunji building out this program at Starbucks. I think we had like, I don't know how many Starbucks dates we had, midnight calls,
Like 3 or 4.
building the program. This is me and Tunji building the program. It was incredible. Tunji just jumped in with no agreement, no contract. He's like, let's just start building this because he's so keen to build the future. So welcome, Tunji and Umaima. For those in the room, you're getting a chance to connect with senior leaders at top tech companies. So I'll start with Umaima. Umaima, tell us from your vantage point, working with companies like Microsoft and KLM and Siemens and AI and cybersecurity, in other spaces, what are the major shifts that you're seeing in how companies define valuable skills today? What is valuable in this age today?
That's such an important question, especially now. First of all, Mo, thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be part of this program. Honestly, there's just so much value that we're going to be learning together in this program. I'm very excited. So, coming back to the valuable skill, the biggest shift that I have seen in the past 2 years is the shift between a skill being knowing a tool, a language, something like tangible, like one thing, to knowing how to think with tools, knowing how to think with languages, knowing how to think with these like tangible technical tools that you learn. And the most in-demand professionals now are the ones who can connect the dots between the technology and the outcomes, like the business, the actual value that you're driving. So people who understand the AI workflows, automations, data-driven decision making, and they also can bring the judgment, the security awareness, and the business sense. What can we build? Now that we have all these tools, now that we have all these companies out, that all this competition, what should you build? And this is where a lot of like the analysts, product management, strategy really comes into place and becomes important. And one second big shift that I'm seeing is the technical and non-technical lines are completely disappearing right now. So AI now is everyone's job. The new valuable set of skills is part the technical literacy, but also the systems thinking. How can you take all these tools, all this data, the processes, the people, the dynamics in the team, and be able to build valuable products with it, and the ability to also ask better questions. So I'll keep it short. That's pretty much what I'm seeing in the industry.
Awesome. Let's go to Tunji real quick. Thank you, Maima. So Tunji, if you had to choose three future-proof skills that you believe everyone should master in the next 12 to 24 months, three future-proof skills alone that everyone should master in the next 12 to 24 months, what would you say they are?
Three future-proof skills. That's a loaded one. Recently I've been thinking a lot about soft skills, the ability to present. I think that's such an underrated skill now because we talk about AI a lot and how it's great at the technical stuff, but in the areas where you have to communicate, because for the most part, if you're building apps or building features, you have to communicate with your leaders, with your team, with your managers. And so the ability to translate and to communicate clearly is an amazing skill. The second skill, I think, is context engineering or just context in general. So I think last year there was a lot of talk about prompt engineering and how, learning how to prompt. And there's obviously like numerous skill sets and tactics towards building prompts. But now we're seeing with AI agents, you can have agents that perform different tasks. And so you need to give them enough context so that they don't go out of scope, that kind of thing. So think about you providing enough context, you have a team and you're building out a system and each agent is doing its own thing, creating enough context for that agent to build out what it needs to build. I think that's amazing. I think the third thing, why I'm touched on it is systems. Systems thinking is so key right now because even as a developer, you're thinking alone about just writing great code. It's still valuable, but in a situation whereby you're connecting different blocks of systems together, you have to think outside of just into the weeds of the code and more into connected components. So think about you have an app right now that is you built on your laptop, but then it has to communicate with the ERP systems or the CRM systems or even some remote other app in different part of the world. And these things are using things like MCPs and all these protocols, which we'll talk about later on in the course. And you have to think differently about just think more than just the code and more about the systems around this thing. So the three things I said, soft skills, context, engineering, and systems thinking.
That sounds good. So I'm gonna go to Maima first. So Maima, you're busy with your career and your business. So two-part question. Why was it important for you to partner with SkillHat to coach professionals to become an AI consultant like yourself? And two, what exactly can they look to learn from you in this program?
Yeah, honestly, it's a timely question, especially right now. I've met, I've talked to, I've coached so many talented professionals who truly feel stuck. Like the numbers, oh, we've seen it in the industry, we see it in the reductions. They know AI is changing everything, but they don't know how to turn that awareness into opportunity. And there is so much opportunity with curiosity and with getting to build. And this is why I'm excited about what we're building with SkillHat. It's very practical. It gives you the bigger picture, but it really gets you in the weeds. So it bridges this whole like knowledge or enterprise knowledge that I have, that was startup knowledge as well, and it mixes it with the entrepreneurial mindset as well for consultants, that need to thrive. And it's the mission that I really resonate with, that SkillHat brings to the table, with accessibility, with the excellence of the program, with the structure, the mentorship, the confidence that it provides. And this is exactly what is entailed in my coaching. And then what I'm bringing is really trying to think as in an actual consultant, which is that mix of being super practical, being an operator and an entrepreneur. You see that big picture. You can distill cases, but you can also get in the weeds and learn how to think with the tools, design those workflows, communicate value to the clients, build that trust. So you don't just learn what AI can do, but you also learn how to lead within the team, lead your sales, lead your clients, lead your projects, and think strategically and responsibly. And this is like the whole vision in my coaching and partnering with SkillHat on this program.
That's awesome. Thanks for sharing that. So let's go to Tunji for the same question. You're also busy. You're leading large teams at Citibank. I guess let me start before I talk about. Okay, I'll ask the same question. I'll go to the next question. So why was it important for you to partner with SkillHat to launch this program to coach people to become AI consultants? And what can they expect to learn from you specifically in this program?
Right. So I think around April this year, the key question that came to my mind was, what is the moat? What makes everyone stand out in this era of AI where, I spent the last couple of years learning about HTML and TypeScript and building apps. And then one day someone builds a tool where I can type in what I want to build and build it overnight or in a few minutes. So if everyone has all these tools, what makes us stand out? What makes us unique? And so when I reached out to you, it was just, I think I saw your post about AI and training people. I was just curious to know how people were using these tools and what really the market was looking out for. And we spent months and months debating back and forth, is it this, is it that? And I think now we're at a point where we've actually just something that is valuable, not just to the cohorts, but also to the market. And of course, upscaling to being a consultant, I think it brings a lot of skill sets, not just business and strategy, but also technical know-how and also communication, I think is very, very key for today's marketplace. And so partnering with you obviously was exciting for me as well, because I get to actually see people actually utilizing AI on a day-to-day basis for either their work or their careers or for business. And I think we get to see to build some amazing stuff, new innovations, ideas that I can't think about myself, but working with people, we get to see what they're building and hopefully change the world. So that's
That's
basically it.
awesome. That's awesome. So I'm going to open it up to the audience. If you guys have any questions about where the future of work is going, we have some incredible leaders in the room. Tunji, VP of App Development at Citibank, and Maima, who's worked with a lot of great companies leading AI, cybersecurity like Microsoft, KLM. If you have any questions, put in the chat. I see Rosemary says well, she won the full scholarship today. We had two scholarship winners, Rosemary and Deborah, so congrats to them. For everyone else in the room, hey, if you are unsure what to do next, you don't have to enroll, you just have to book a call. Let's have a conversation to figure out what you're currently doing. Where are the opportunities for you in your career? How can you land your next six-figure position? And how can you take the skills that you currently have and the skills you can learn with SkillHat to build your own consulting business where you can, with anyone you meet who has a business, you know how to do discovery, figure out their problems, and get tons of leads in your inbox every single day so that you can build your own business and have freedom of time, freedom of expression, freedom of creativity. And let's talk about that. I'm going to go to Umaima. Umaima, why do you think this is a good time? Because everything in life is all about timing. Why is this a good time, in your perspective, for people on this call to decide to launch their own AI consulting business?
It's a time of, this is the leverage. Like, this is where businesses and people and professionals are still trying to figure out what works and how the world is going to be changing. When you learn the skills, when you acquire the skills of how you can think in this new transformation, you get the leverage to define and shape what it will look like. So the business opportunity is at a baby stage. Like you still, the tools are still being developed, people are still onboarding, adoption is not sure, is not secure enough. And this is where you come in and you get to shape that. You don't just plug in and download something that a billion of people already have onboarded. Whoever took their part of the check is already like gone, living their best life, but you actually get to choose how to shape that life for you. You get to choose how to shape your portfolio career. And this is what I love about SkillHat. We talk about resumes, but right now it's a portfolio career. You get to choose to be different, different people within the same business. You get to acquire different capacities, and then you have the leverage to build something out of it that is bigger than what you have thought for yourself just 5 years ago, where you had to climb one ladder. There's an opportunity right now to not stick to one thing and really multiply your skills, your capacity, your wealth, whatever you think about. I don't see of any better time for our generation right now.
Yeah, for everyone who was in the room, thank you, Mama. There's right now we're seeing that entry level roles are down by between 25 and 42%, which is crazy. Like the typical path in the past was get an entry level role in tech as an analyst or a coordinator, and then do work for 3 years, and then from there get promoted, and then rise up the career ladder. Now that opportunity is fading away because these entry level roles are being taken away by AI because a lot of them are quite straightforward, they're reporting. And so companies want you to come in from day one as an expert, as a consultant. So you need to come in there saying, I'm the expert, I can define the problem, I can lead the team to success because I've done it already. I can identify the right tools to implement. I can find the workflow to improve, to scale our impact. And so this is what we're seeing that from day one, you need to be positioned as a consultant, not positioned as someone who's saying, give me an entry level job to prove myself. Right. Tunji, what's your perspective on why it's important today to position yourself as the expert and even also have a consulting business beyond a full-time 9 to 5?
I think if you bring everything down to fundamentals, what do companies hire? They hire because of value. You bring value to a business. If you own a dry cleaning company and you hire someone to handle the machines, you're hiring them because they know how to work the machines and deliver value, clean clothes at the end of the day. So we have to really shift our mindset to what the market wants. Yes, there should be a time where you have to go through, you know, writing your resume, getting an entry-level job, and then hoping to be mentored, right? Right now, I don't think the school systems are prepared for this level of AI because the innovation is just so rapid and fast. So I think what's important is the ability to be curious. Um, and that is going beyond what you already know. Um, when you do that, you find that you're open to learn more about the business systems, the systems that either the company is running, come as a consultant, you understand the operations, and you ask yourselves, how do I make this thing better? How do I save this company time? How do I make them more money? And when you start thinking that way, even as a new grad, even as someone who's never had a tech job, you find out that not only are you um, providing value potentially to the company, but also to yourself because you're training yourself to think critically about providing value. And so that's just a key thing. Whether it's and I think there's another thing I have to be careful about. Some people think it's all about ChatGPT or a particular AI tool. No, it's about how you leverage any of these tools because they all have similar fundamentals. But using any of these tools to answer important questions uh, for the companies you're going in to talk to or the clients that let them. I think that's going to be the
Awesome. And with that being said, thank you, Tunji and Umaima. I know I kept you on definitely beyond a lot of time. Really appreciate your time here today. Look forward to kicking off the program with you guys. Now, for everyone who's in the room, I want you to go to the link in the chat and I want you to book a call. If you go to the link, you will see that you can enroll for the AI Consulting Core program at $34.99. The program is typically way more. If you enroll tonight with this code, you get it at this price. If you are curious to figure out how can I get into a payment plan, what are some other options, what maybe you want to start with the boot camp, just click here to book a call. On that call, we're gonna do a few things, right? Click here to book that call. Number one, we're gonna talk about your background. What are you currently doing for work, and where you want to go, right? We're gonna talk about your strengths, your weaknesses. We're gonna talk about the opportunities in your own niche. So everyone here is coming from a background, whether you're coming from healthcare, you're coming from accounting, you're coming from data, you're coming from um, any other industry, the internet industry, we figure out where the opportunities in your niche based on your skill set and what's the roadmap to get there. So if you book a call to me with myself and my team to figure out what are the best opportunities for you, and then if you want, you can enroll. Now, through this link, you can enroll with a firm. Now, if you have any questions on that, I just recommend you book a call. Now, slots do fill up. If you can't get a slot, just book any slot you can get that you can make. And then as opportunities open up in the future, like if you can't book till Thursday or Friday, that's cool. Just book it. And then from there, we'll be able to get in with you to move you to an earlier time. Okay. So today I talked about a lot of different things, right? I talked about a lot of different things now, and I want to recap just so we are here. I said our goal is to help you get a six-figure job as an AI consultant, meaning an AI project manager, an AI BA, or an AI cybersecurity leader. To do that, there's four skills you have to get into, right? So the first goal is to get you into a high-paying job. Second goal is to say, okay, based on your skill sets, how can you launch your own business that's generating 5K a month, 10K a month, 20K a month? These are totally possible if you are willing. And you almost have no choice today but to learn high in demand skills and to have a business that you have on the side. Now, in the past, we never really positioned you guys or pushed you guys to launch businesses because the skill sets that we trained you for as BAs and product managers were only used by big companies. But now, because the access to AI is so cheap, but still so valuable, there's now a brand new market. There's a brand new market of startups, a brand new market of enterprise companies who are looking to grow and implement tools and who don't even know the problems that they have. So you're a walking cash cow if you can learn certain skills. Let's start with the skills and the gaps to land a high paying job as a reminder. First is the skills gap, learning the skills, then getting hands on experience with a team so you have a portfolio to show and stories to tell, then being marketable with your resume, your interview skills, and your LinkedIn profile, and then building a network of peers, leaders, and educating the world. Now, how we do that is through bootcamp training in business analysis, cybersecurity, GRC, product management, agile project management, and UX design, where you get certified. And then the core program that we recommend everyone on this call join is the AI Consultant Accelerator program, where you join a cross-functional team to pick a problem, build a product around it, build workflows, agents, and learn about AI cybersecurity. After which we get you through coaching, where you get a one-on-one coach to work with you on your resume, your interview skills, your LinkedIn and interview prep. And then we connect you with recruiters, alumni, and mentors, and we don't stop there. When you get your full-time job, we will support you to be successful as well. Now, in addition to that, remember I said, well, once you join the accelerator, you get all the boot camps for free. This is incredible value. You get the product management bootcamp, product design, agile project management, BA, and cybersecurity. All these programs you get from taking the accelerator. And how the accelerator works, it's the first 9-week core where we train you in the core skills of AI, identification of AI problems, building AI products, AI agents, workflows, and AI cybersecurity. After which, we build your business together, work with you to build your business, productize your skills, craft your winning offer, build a lead generation machine so you get people knocking on your door saying, I want you to help me with this and that, and then close your first client. I'm going to take questions now. Aisha's asking all of them for 13 weeks. So the 9-week core is where you learn the technical skills and you get trained and you build AI tools and products with a team. And then the 4 weeks is where you take those skills and package your offer and package your business and actually we close your first clients together. Now, over the 9-week cross-functional team, I'm going to actually show you a different view of this I haven't showed at all. So I want to break down exactly what the AI Consultant Accelerator looks like. So you'll see my screen. This is the actual schedule, okay? So this is a lot of information. Umaima, just thank you so much for putting all the calendar stuff in. I'm not sure if you're still here, but this is amazing. You did
You're
really well.
welcome.
Thank you for all the calendar dates and everything. So I'm gonna hide this, all the stuff you don't need. I'm gonna hide all this stuff. So I kind of want to break it down for you so you know what you're getting into, okay? If you're still here and you're still paying attention, you're still locked in, give me an L in the chat for locked in. We've been here for so long, and this is the final piece I want to show you guys. Okay, fantastic. Congrats to all those who won the scholarship today, and everyone in this room gets a part scholarship today as well. Now, we kick off. If you look, you see the week, the date, what you're doing as a goal, the objectives of that week, and what each person is delivering in the team. Okay. Now, how it works is on Saturday, there will be a coaching call at 10 a.m. Eastern, where you will get coached by myself or the other coaches on what the goal for the week is. After which, you start working with your team to achieve that goal for that week. And then there's coaching calls to get help. There's a coaching call for project leaders. So that's people who are AI PMs, AI BAs, prompt engineers. And then there's a coaching call for the cybersecurity guys, which is different. Okay. And then on Friday, at the end of every single week, this is a weekly cycle. You have 9 weeks. So every single week, Saturday, and I think this is Monday or Tuesday, I'll confirm. And then Friday. Every week you go through. It's very intense. This is like one of the most intense programs you will ever go through. But every diamond went through the fire. Okay. We're seeing people go through this program and change their lives because it's so intense. Here's an example. Here is, I showed you Kala, he came in today, right? He took this exact program. He built an app connecting barbers with hairdressers. And then he even sent me a message saying offer came in last night. They weren't playing. I did a reference for him. Here's Naomi, who took this program. This is August 7th, saying, I got a job at American Express. She built an app called Unity Stash in her resume, sorry, in the program. And she's doing the background check. She put that in her resume. And then we did the reference for her. She got a job at American Express, one of my favorite companies. She's in New York, crushing it right now. So here's exactly how it goes over the 9 weeks. So in week 1, you pick a problem, you form a team. So you do team bonding, which is very, very important. Very important to learn team bonding. So that when you start fighting, you know your ground rules. You pick the problem, you start the research, and we teach you a tool called Confluence, which is the documentation tool. After which, you see here every single week, there is a deliverable for all the different team members so you know what you're doing depending on if you're coming in cybersecurity or product or project management, etc. And then there's a list of who's teaching what on Saturday and during the weeks. Okay. Then after week 1, you get into AI foundations, where you're going to learn about AI concepts, machine learning, and knowing the right AI tools. And then you're going to refine the problem using the research you've done from week 1. Do more research, define who's the user, who's the target, learn about the market, and then choose what you're going to build. So these are the artifacts you're going to do: user personas, user research, building your project plan, doing your raise register, etc. Then we go into week 3. After we've done discovering AI fundamentals, we go into business fundamentals and strategy, where we do a business case, a product roadmap, and a business model canvas for your product. If you don't know what those are, we'll break it down for you. Then we start getting into the solution. This is where we start getting a bit more technical to say, okay, we've picked a problem, we've done discovery and research, we've understood the AI fundamentals and the strategy we're going to place or we're going to take to win. So strategy means what game am I going to play and how am I going to win? And then we start writing our actual technical requirements and PRD. What is a PRD? What is a PRD? A PRD is a product requirements document. So we document the requirements of what we're going to build. We define the AI workflows we want to build. We prioritize what we're going to build in our 8-week, 9-week program. And the cybersecurity guys will review that for data privacy. Once we have clear on what we're building, then we start building in week 5. So it literally takes 4 weeks to be clear on what you're building. That's the whole point. It's not about building anything, it's about building the right thing. And so by week 5, we then start building, where based on the prototype, or rather the PRD, we start actually vibe coding our product. And you can vibe code the full product in 1 week, which is crazy. In the past, it took us 5 weeks to build. Now it's done in 1. Then week 2, we actually launch, or week 6, which is the second week of prototyping, we launch the product and we do debugging. So debugging is you're finding the bugs and the issues in your product. You test with real users. Okay, you launch it in week 6, and then once that's done in week 6, week 7, we get into the AI automation, the AI agents piece, where we're gonna build workflow automations and AI agents like Instagram DM chatbots for your product. And then that's the program, that's the core. And then week 9, we pitch what we've done to investors, recruiters. If we're excited about this program, this is exciting to you, give me an E in the chat for exciting. If this seems exciting to you, give me an E in the chat. All right, Justin, Toulouse, good to see you. Truly awesome, miraculous. Good to see all you guys in the chat. And that's just the first piece of getting really, really good, working in a cross-functional team, knowing how to build. It's going to be very intense. And the best part is not only do you get to learn product management, project management, AI, core AI skills, agents, you get to learn cybersecurity as well. You get to sit in on cybersecurity calls as well. Okay, so everything in one program. That's why we built it like this. Now, after that, you work directly with me to build your own offer. What are the core elements of a good offer? I'm gonna ask you guys, I'm gonna give you guys 1 minute in the chat. Whoever gets it, I remember your name and give you a prize on LinkedIn. What are the 3 core elements that you need to have a good offer? Or not a good offer, but sorry, to launch your winning business. What are the 3 core elements to launch your winning business? I can see Miraculous is typing something. What are the 3 what are the 3 core elements to actually be able to launch a winning business? Who could put it in the chat for me? So I'm seeing Toulouse. Yes, Miraculous says number 1, irresistible offer. Yes, that's the first thing. Irresistible offer. Fantastic. You guys get it. That's number 1. An offer so good that when people see it, when you write about it, they feel stupid saying no. That's the number 1 thing. Okay. Number 2, how to get more leads than you can handle. I told you guys, once I figured out how to run ads on Facebook, how to create content on LinkedIn, people were calling my phone all the time. I couldn't even work. I had to go hire an admin offshore in Nigeria just to take the calls. What do we say is the number 1 thing that kills businesses? Number 1 thing that kills businesses. Cash. We're running out of money, not cost. We're running out of money. If you have cash, you're in business. And then what's the key thing to always have cash? Leads. What is a lead? A lead is somebody who has expressed interest in doing business with you. Okay. So if someone gives you their phone number, email, and a form saying, hey, I heard you build this type of agent. I heard you help businesses increase cash flow. We're going to build you your unique offer. Now you might say, I don't know where to start. Start where you are. If you work in healthcare right now, we'll start you in healthcare. If you work in banking, how can you support fintechs with compliance, right? Start on your street, walk around your neighborhood, meet founders. You have to be willing to get uncomfortable and push yourself. Now, like I said, we will help you land a 6-figure job through our process that works all the time. But why wait for the job? Because you're going to be interviewing. In that time you're interviewing, you can just put out your offer on LinkedIn, write stories on LinkedIn. Listen, all I do every single day, I literally go on LinkedIn and I write these stories. And I'll show you I'll show you my Instagram as well. Sorry, my AI. I have an AI chatbot that writes all these stories. Okay, it writes stories for me, and then this is how I promote whatever I sell with SkillHat. These are the skills we're going to teach you as well, right? This is 5,000 impressions. 5,000 people saw this. I put it up this morning. This is yesterday. Everything I do, I turn it into a business. I freaking go to eat Thanksgiving dinner with my family. It's a LinkedIn post. I don't care. Because everything you do is a story. 12,000 people saw this post I made yesterday just about my story. You have a story to tell. It's simply telling a short story on LinkedIn. I'll train you on this stuff. And then people are going to be in your DMs, 15 comments saying, yes, I want to do business with you. Right? We're going to train you on everything that we do and the agents that we've built. Everything you do is a story. And it brings in leads. So we're going to show you about how to create lead magnets, how to tell stories on LinkedIn, how to even run ads, and how to direct outreach people. And then number 3, how to close high ticket clients. One-to-one selling Like I asked before, how many of you have gone through a sales training? If you've never gone through sales training in your life, you have to do it at least once because it will change your trajectory. The number one skill in life is actually sales. Okay, number one skill in life is actually sales, just so we're clear. But it's underrated. Okay. Um, Simone Patricia says, I've been waiting to do this for a while. The new AI course is what I've been looking for. Just made the leap and purchase. Congratulations to you, Simone. Can't wait to see you in the program. We're gonna learn how to close high ticket clients, one to one, one to many. I'm gonna give you a sales script that you can use, which is based on what's called discovery. People think that sales is about pitching and selling. That's why they're uncomfortable. But sales is so simple. Sales is about what's the number one thing in sales? Who can tell me in the chat? What is the number one thing that makes you close deals in sales? What's the number one thing? It's one word. Who knows? It's a tough one. Trust is great, but it's not. Trust comes from doing something else. You're right. So the answer in sales specifically, it's discovery. Discovery. Discovery is about going to meet a person and understanding their problem. Because if you want to influence somebody, it's not about them understanding you. So people try to sell and they say, oh, we're the best, we help you. But what is sales? Sales is, oh, how you doing today? What brought you in today? What are your business problems? How does your business work? What's the challenges stopping you from growth? How you tried to solve this in the past? How did it work? Why did it not work? What do you think would be perfect for you? That's discovery. We're going to break down discovery to understand the exact problems that the client has. And then from there, you can say, oh, you told me that you have six employees, they're underperforming, you have no idea what they're doing, you can't afford a manager. Well, I can implement a sales agent that tracks their sales calls and gives you reports every single day. And for doing that, it should increase your sales by 25%, which gives you an extra 25K a month. But I'll only do it for you for 5K one time, right? That's sales. And that's the core elements we're going to work together to launch your winning offer. And with that being said, congrats to everyone who has joined the program. I am super stoked. We have a ton of folks who just joined tonight. I cannot wait to work with you all. Do we have any questions? Your next step, if you're still on the call and you haven't booked a call, please do not take no action. All you have to do is book a call with myself and my team so we can talk with you. We're not gonna try to force you to do what's not meant for you. Because I don't even, if this is not for you, I don't want you here. But if this is for you, we need to figure out a plan that works just for you to figure out what is the right roadmap for you, right? And exactly how do we get you there? What's your niche? What's your background? How do you dominate that space and become a winner in this AI age? And so click the link to book a call. Shout out to Look, we're rocking you. We've been talking on Instagram for 3, 4 years now. We haven't talked one-on-one. Looking forward to you joining SkillHat, being on my Slack, so we can do all the chatting. I know you're an ambitious guy, so let's make it happen. Good to see you on the webinar. All you have to do is book a call with the link in the chat. I'm gonna be on these calls myself. I'm gonna ask you about your background, build a roadmap to success for you into a six-figure AI career as a project manager, product manager, cybersecurity, AI consultant. And then you have the option to work with me to build yourself a seven-figure business. With that being said, if you got value from today's webinar, please give me a V in the chat. If you got value from today, give me a letter V in the chat. All right, Kobe, good to see you again. Tammy, thank you. Deborah Blocker, congratulations. Chima, Justin, Shay, it's been my pleasure to be on here with everyone, talking about what I'm passionate about, changing your life. We helped a lady get a job at Microsoft. The company downsized after a few months to let her go, but they gave her so much stocks. She got so much stocks with Microsoft for 2 years. Not 2 years, but the money she got from Microsoft, even after being laid off, was enough for her for 2 years. There's a lot of money in tech. It's a tough market, which is why you need the help. And then this has never been a better time to launch your own business. Even if it's making you only 1K a month, you can grow it and it can pay for your insurance, your rent. This is the time. It's time for everything. If you missed Bitcoin in 2013, If you missed Amazon stock, Tesla stock, Nvidia stock, if you missed YouTube, right, building a huge YouTube channel, LinkedIn just got really tough to build. We're still doing it, but if you missed the heyday of LinkedIn, do not miss AI in Q4 2025. Let's make it happen. Thank you, everyone. God bless, and y'all have a great night. Thank you, everyone.